What's up, everybody? Are you ready to kick some pursuer ass? Because I don't know if I am. I might be about to get my ass kicked, but we're gonna find out. So yeah, in the last video, we ended our adventuring a little bit early because we were searching around on board our Argo and we came across this little machina about the size of a human head, and we came to the conclusion that it was like a tracking device, and it was something that was allowing the pursuer to find us more easily. And we had two options. Number one, we could destroy it, and that would, keep us safe from the pursuer for a little bit longer. Or option two, we could destroy it. I'm sorry, no, we could use it as bait and have the pursuer come to us, and we could ambush him. And so I made the aggressive decision to decide, screw it, let's go and ambush him. Let's fuck this guy up. I'm a little bit regretting it now because I'm realizing my loadout isn't great because of it's not a good view, because of the lack of precision bonuses. Let me go ahead and finish putting some of this stuff out here because I wanted to get the primordial lure out here. I'll put a charge there. We have another charge from over here. So yeah, a little bit about the pursuer, because we only have fought the Labyrintharos so far on these videos, is that he is a real piece of work. Son of a bitch, some might say. Yeah, he's tough. He's not a fun person or fun bird. Oh, we haven't even shown his full miniature, I don't think. So let's go to a different view here, and so we can take a better look at him. I think my hand's in the way of the lighting there. And he is just, he's like a combination of moth slash bird slash muscular humanoid and just giant looming. Look at that trireme, or that boat just beneath him, just for scale. There's the long talons. And then something that is not really depicted well on my what's it called, miniature, is those beady black eyes. I don't know, that's one of the things that's always just, every time I look at this sheet, my eyes just get drawn to that, because it's just such a minor detail, but like, you might not be able to see it that well on the camera, but they're just, you just know when they're looking at you. Anyway, another case of just amazing artwork in this game. The pursuer is a horrible primordial, and he is just toying with us right now. Let's take a look at his sheet a little bit here. So let's start, we'll work our way from the top down. So on the primordial sheet, we have this little symbol up here. We can see that, similar to the Labyrintharos, we have rear spaces, but in part with those rear spaces, we have blind spots. So blind spots are not on every primordial, but they are they're something that we can use to our advantage, because if a Titan is in a blind spot and they're attacking, they get +1 precision to their attacks. We are going to have to heavily rely on that, considering the weapons that we have and our lack of precision bonuses. I really should have considered this a bit more. Actually, there's a weapon that I'm considering. We'll get to this in a second. Maybe I'll switch out one more thing here. Let's see, what was I going to say? Yeah, so we get +1 precision bonus if we are attacking from the blind spot. Additionally, blind spots are an area where the primordial does not have line of sight to a Titan if the Titan is in a blind spot. That doesn't mean you're safe from AIs necessarily, or primordial attacks, because there are targeting lines that specifically say target Titan in blind spot. So you do still need to be careful of that, but it does maybe reduce the likelihood that you're going to get attacked there. Let's see. Additionally, we have he has a default of 8 or like a 2-hit value of 8. So that's similar to our Labyrintharos level 3. Hermesian Pursuer gets it at level 1. Also note that while we do not have rewind for our Hermesian Pursuer and for Alpha Temenos, they don't evolve like the Hecaton and Labyrintharos do. The Hecaton and Labyrintharos get harder and harder as the cycle progresses because they get more and more traits, blah, blah, blah. They go up from level 1, 2, 3 to 4, and they max out at 4 for the cycle. The Hermesian Pursuer and Alpha Temenos are at level 1. So if you look at this front of this primordial sheet, you only see level 1. However, if you were to look at the back, you see plenty of other levels, so that if you want to fight this thing in the Menestus Theater at a higher difficulty, oh, don't you worry, there's plenty of things that will fuck you over. So you are not going to be missing out on that aspect of it. But luckily for the actual campaign, we are limited to level 1. And while that may sound like, well, he's just level 1, how hard can that be? You shall see in this video how hard he can be. Because he has base 2-hit value of 8+, but also his BPs have really high Aeon Trespass values. So his BP1s, for instance, I think generally range from 4 to 6. His BP2s are like, 5 to 7 or 7 to 8. And then his BP3s could be, I think the lowest is an 8, and the highest is like 11 or 12 or something like that. And there's no modifier, right? Like the Hecaton at level 0, for instance, has a -1 AT modifier. No, like there's no modifier for this. Even when he's toying, even when he's in his quote-unquote easy mode, he is still really, really hard to wound. And that's something that, like, honestly, every time I go into a fight with a Pursuer, like, I really have to adjust my expectations, because you're gonna get a lot of BPs in the discard pile, and no matter how many times I fight him, like, it's different in the theater, because in the theater you build up a little bit better weaponry in that challenge mode, but in the cycle, like, it's very different from a normal timeline battle, where he's just very difficult to wound. So yeah, 8 or higher to hit value. His movement is 6. However, he has a trait called Winged Doom, which means his movement speed is unlimited. Woohoo! So you know those out of reach evades that we were using to our advantage in the first Labyrintharos fight that we recorded? Yeah, those do not work against the Hermesian Pursuer. So if you're going to face an AI card or any kind of attack from him, like, generally you're going to be facing it. Some Titan is going to be getting screwed over, if not more than one Titan, question mark. I think there's like a crit effect on one of his BPs that maybe you can disable Winged Doom, but generally expect him to have unlimited movement. And then he also has a what's it called? A wound limit of 10, just like all the other primordials that we've seen so far. Similar to Alpha Temenos, who we have not fought on camera yet, but he has different like conditions for when you can beat him versus and when you get defeated by him. So I have our evolution chart from Scribe up here on the screen as well. We have 4 boxes checked. We're actually about to check off our 5th box. This will be the 5th time that we are facing him. And so if we wanted to, we could win this fight at 9 wounds. So that's not that much better than 10 wounds. But we could win this fight without killing him. I'm going to use air quotes, without killing him. If we get to 9 wounds, and we can bail out early. Otherwise, we lose if all 4 of our Titans die. Yeah, for previous fights, like if in that first fight when you only have 1 box checked, you can win after you get 5 wounds. Even that's difficult, especially when you face him very early on. Like I'm pretty sure I lost that first fight I faced against him because he's very difficult. And in that first fight, you lose if only one Titan dies. But you can choose to go past that wound limit. But as soon as you go past that wound limit, like as soon as you hit that and then you decide to keep going, you have to keep going until you kill him. So you have to be careful about it. However, because we have 5 boxes checked, you know, at minimum we have to get 9 wounds. At most we try to get 10 wounds. So like we have plenty of time to make that decision. But we really want to go for it this battle because we have this Wise Providence boon from us trying to ambush him with that device that we found on board the Argo. Let's see. So looking back at the primordial sheet here, toying, sorry, I actually didn't cover that one. I've mentioned it. Toying makes his attacks less effective. So he's already hard and he's still not even messing, or he's just messing around with us right now. So all of his attacks have -1 hit die or -1 evasion die really. So for every attack, his maximum number of hits is reduced by 1. Additionally, the danger he does per hit is reduced by 1 as well. Those are huge things. I just smacked the desk. Sorry if that came through on audio there. Those are a huge deal. They really help. After we kill him this first time, like he doesn't die, but he does disable toying for the rest of this cycle essentially. So if we do successfully get to 10 wounds right now, we're making the fight harder for ourselves in the future. However, we're opening up the ability to get to a battle that will allow us to maybe potentially kill him. And that's like one of the goals that I have for this cycle, is to try to do a perma kill on him in cycle 1. I did not do it on my first playthrough. I've seen people talk about how they were able to do it in cycle 1. So I'm interested to try it. I can see how it's done, but it's just going to take luck. I mean, he's a very hard primordial to wound, and he's very dangerous. And you'll see that in this fight, and it's just a toying fight. Additionally, he has End of Hope disabled when he's toying. So End of Hope is a trait that really strong primordials have, and like I think every primordial gets it in their Monestus Theater form, like levels 4+. But End of Hope is that at the end of the AI round, after they've done, at the end of the primordial round, after they've done their AI card, then they get to do their signature as well. So that's an additional attack that the primordial gets to do every single round. And yeah, I mean, again, without toying, that his signature is brutal. Like you can easily get to 8-9 plus danger in one attack. Like you can have a Titan who just, it's when he's not toying, it's very easy for a Titan to die on the first primordial round, and then you're just going through the whole fight with at most 3 Titans. Luckily, again, we have a Wise Providence boon for this fight, so we'll get to go with the Titans first. Let's go. Okay, let's knock this out real quick. Other traits. Killjoy and Flares. Killjoy, terrible trait. Really fun mechanic just for something that changes the game up and makes you really think about your loadout, but terrible trait to have to deal with because it can cause you to permanently lose gear. So Killjoy can be triggered by whether like a BP response, like a fail response, or a wound response says Killjoy. There's also attacks that explicitly say Killjoy. But if you ever fully evade an attack or reduce the danger from an attack to 0, guess what? You're getting Killjoyed. So there's really no escaping some kind of negative consequence you have from the pursuer setting his eyes on you and choosing that you are somebody that he wants to affect in a negative way. And so yeah, that you should take that into account when you're setting your loadouts, because like for the way I go about it is I assume that each Titan will face Killjoy at least once. And even then, I still try to think about like, okay, if this Titan had to face Killjoy twice, do I have something that like I could realistically lose? Mainly because you don't want to get into a scenario where, oh, excuse me, where you're having to use Killjoy on a piece of unique equipment. Like if I got in a situation where I had to Killjoy Pyramidion, I would 100% use a Sisyphus tier on that fight and restart it. So you want to be careful with Killjoy. I changed some things around with my loadout compared to what we saw in the last video or the last fight as well, to try to account for like making sure every Titan has one or two things that they're willing to lose. And then Flares. Flares is a completely separate deck and unique mechanic to Hermesian Pursuer. It's a 4-card deck, and these are cards that generally work off of Ambrosia tokens, which we haven't used in a fight yet. But Flare cards have some effects that say like, oh, okay, for every Ambrosia token on this Titan, blah, blah, blah. Usually a very negative thing, but oftentimes while Ambrosia tokens are not inherently negative, like you could have multiple Ambrosia tokens on Herodotus, and they're not going to do anything to them, unlike Despair tokens that have penalties depending on the number of Despair tokens that you have on him. Ambrosia tokens don't inherently have a negative effect. Every Titan by default has an Ambrosia limit of 4 unless there's something that says otherwise. So if you do get more than 4 Ambrosia tokens, you do die immediately. However, Flare cards add this extra, we'll call it an extra spice, a little extra flavor to the fight of giving an effect for Ambrosia tokens and making them more meaningful in other ways. In a negative way, of course, not a positive way. And if you don't have Ambrosia tokens, then you might have to get the signature done on you. So Flare cards can come up from, I think they're usually from BP responses, like whether it's a fail response or a wound response. I think they can be on some, maybe 1 or 2 AI cards, but they're generally on BP cards. So I think before we go ahead and get started here, I'm going to make some gear changes real quick. Here's why. I have 3 weapons that have +0 to hit. There's not a lot I can do about that because I haven't really crafted any good weapons recently that have better 2 hit values while also still having a decent amount of attack dice or power dice. However, I also have 2 weapons. I mean, really, actually 3 weapons that don't leave any opening tokens. Like the Longmast Spear leaves opening tokens only if we're at 5 or more danger. Maze does not leave any opening or any kind of tokens. Jawbone Axe does not leave any kind of tokens. I have that house rule where like I allow myself to craft gear before a timeline battle or before a planned battle, just because sometimes I forget to do it in the advancement phase the day before. But those are battles that I know are coming up. This was a battle I didn't know was coming up, and so I'm not giving myself that grace to do the house rule there for being able to craft things. So I don't have a lot of things I can use. However, I do have a naval ram that, while slightly weaker than something like the Jawbone Axe, for instance, it does have auto break 2 and break 2 and power reroll 1. The downside is it's cumbersome. So if you wound with it, it becomes exhausted. Where I think I need to use this is on Ulyssia. So we're going to give Ulyssia this 2-handed weapon because she has, zoom in on her real quick. She has this Nemos, a Night to Remember, which is unexhausted gear, allows her to unexhausted gear card. So that is very handy for unexhausting either a cumbersome weapon or a shield or something like that. And we're going to use it with the naval ram in this case. So I do still want to use the Longmast Spear because it's one of the only weapons that I have that has up to 3 red dice and still has bonus precision as well. And I cannot in good faith take out Pyramidion. Number one, because it's my most powerful weapon. Number two, because I want to keep getting tally marks on it for the evolution of it. I think I'm at 4 tally marks for it now. So we're going to keep Pyramidion, and then Mace as well. While it's not the best weapon, it does still have 2 black dice on it. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace Jawbone Axe and Temenos Scale Shield with the Long-Mast Spear. That's kind of a tough decision. Like I am going back and forth a little bit on replacing Mace, but Mace just having the ability to ignore wound responses is so good. And the Pursuer does have, like, he can have some pretty brutal wound responses, whether it's like unavoidable, or I'm sorry, not unavoidable, but knockback and knockdown that does not have a window of opportunity before it, and can therefore like put you out of attacking range for like 1 or more rounds. So yeah, even though I do kind of like Jawbone Axe because it eventually can get an auto break and it has deadly, so it's more likely to crit. I think I would still rather have Mace in the fight. So let me go ahead and put away these other pieces of gear here. Excuse me. I gotta separate my shield out here. We'll see how this goes. Like having Wise Providence for a fight is very nice. It does not guarantee that I'm gonna get 10 wounds on the Pursuer though. Oh my gosh. All right, we're 22 minutes into this video and I haven't even started the damn fight. All right, I think we need to do that. I've set everything up. The only thing I have left to do is draw a minor trauma card to determine the position of him, and then we're ready to go. All right, let me take a swig of a drink over here. This is one of the only videos that this is the only video that I've recorded at night so far. Every other video I've recorded in the mornings. Yeah, went out to dinner, had a couple of drinks, continuing that right now, so this may impair my decision making in this fight. But, you know, we're about to go up against the Pursuer. Sometimes you need a little liquid courage to help that out. Maybe it's liquid stupidity too. We shall see. Okay. Yeah, got my starter battle effects for Ulyssia with the Eschaton Stone. She got a rage from that. And then Phylactera has the starter battle effect of gaining a dread. So let's draw this minor trauma card over here. Give it somewhere we can see it. And we have Seeds of Despair. Oh my gosh, finally we're drawing a negative minor trauma card to determine our primordial positioning. So like we'll get this minor trauma out of the way. We don't have to risk drawing this during the actual fight. And we get a nice little boon here of this circular symbol arrow. We get to determine which direction we want the Pursuer to face. So I think we'll have him start off facing south, because I think we're gonna want Herodotus to go first, just because he has the only weapon that has bonus precision tied to it. We'll probably use Force Kratos reaction with him. We'll attack when we're at 2 rage with him, so we'll have a power reroll. I'm going to assume maybe I get 2 wounds in this first Titan round. I think I'd be okay with that. 3 wounds would be great. 4 wounds is probably not impossible, but extremely unlikely. But so if we go first with Herodotus, then he would be able to place an opening or a break in the Kratos pool afterwards. Maybe he places a break Anyway, regardless, I think we just want to make sure that Phylacteria can get into the, what's it called? Into the blind spot. And I think okay, this is a little iffy. I'm gonna retcon something here. I have more information than I should have, but hey, sue me. I'm gonna swap the position of Solon and Ulyssia. Normally I have my Titans starting, like my two, let me go back to our full view here. Our two quote unquote tank Titans that start off on opposite corners. I don't have to worry about that as much right now because we don't have an AI round or a primordial round starting off. So I didn't really think about that before. I have the information of which direction the primordial is facing right now to help me with that. But yeah, sorry, sue me. But hey, at least you're seeing me do it on camera. So let's now, okay, so I think we're going to start with Herodotus like we said we were going to do. Boom. Go to our cam 1 here. Oh, nope, sorry, I mean cam 4. And we're just going to run up. We're going to stay, and this is the only reach weapon we have. Reach weapons and ranged weapons are really good against Pursuer. Of course, I haven't really thought about this ahead of time. I mean, at this point, I've fought him multiple times. I should have had these things crafted. But, yeah, I don't know. Some of the fights that I've had with him have just gone on for a while, and they've sucked, and I think I've only lost one against him, but they are really hard. And just, yeah, they took good rolls. Anyway, so we're going to go up against him. We're going to attack with a long mass spear. I'm not really expecting this to wound. But let's go ahead and roll. We're going to get 3 dice at +2 precision. So we need 6 or higher to hit. That is 1 hit. Oh, I didn't even increase his rage. To be honest, I'm not even going to re-roll these. I don't want to spend the fate. I don't want to spend fate early on because he has a lot of gated effects that are like his what's it called, signature, for instance, has a gated effect of, like, if you have 3 or higher fate, you knock down and knock back 7 to the right. There's multiple ways that you can get the primordial to do signature against you. So let's just let's spice it up. We'll re-roll one of them. 9. Okay, all right. So we got 2 hits. It's not bad. We're still pretty unlikely to wound here. But so we have our 2 red dice from Longmass Spear, 1 red die from Herodotus himself. We're going to draw our BP1. We have a 5. Oh, there is, I mean, it's super unlikely we wound here. Oh gosh, nope, that was an accident. Did not mean to roll that. Well, it's closer than I expected it to be. Oh, I did say I wanted to use Force Kratos reaction for him, so I am bringing him up to 2 rage. That does give him a power reroll. I am going to take advantage of that reroll. Probably not going to help me, but yeah, okay. So it doesn't help. Immediately draw and resolve a flare card. That's a crappy one to start off with. That means we're going to be performing signature because nobody has any ambrosia. So let me show you that before I remove that. Here is our, first I'll remove that and put the flare card here. Each Titan assigns all their ambrosia tokens to their Titan sheet, Kratos table, or to any of their gear or Nemos cards. Treat these elements ability text as blank. These ambrosia tokens still count towards the ambrosia limit. If this ability didn't trigger, the pursuer moves to the center of the board, turns to face the most Titans, and performs signature. Yep, so this is what I was saying, that you can trigger signature off of various effects. So Arm Pincer is going to go into the BP discard pile. Let's set Ambrosia Strain off to the Flare discard pile over here to the side. We're going to put signature here as a reminder that we're going to have to resolve that. No big deal. We'll take that and we'll live with it. But we are now in our second ability window. I don't think there's really, we can only put down one token, and let's make that a break token. And yeah, that's going to end our, really our turn with Herodotus, but it's going to end our attack at least, so we are going to have to do the signature here. So let's have Pursuer go this way. Boom, boom. Move and attack. Sorry, a little off center there. We're going to have 3 dice instead of 4 because of toying. So we need 10 or higher. Very unlikely to evade any of these. We don't have any free rerolls like we're used to having with him from that scale shield. So we have 3 hits. Instead of each hit dealing 2 danger, it's going to be each hit dealing 1 danger. So we're about to take 3 danger. So just imagine this is not on toying, right? You're going to have 4 dice that are very likely to hit, and each hit's going to deal 2 danger. That's 8 danger right off the bat. That's grave trauma for a Titan. That sucks. But we're only going to take 3 danger here. 1, 2, 3. We go from 0 to 3 danger. And let's see, we're going to draw our minor trauma card here. We get Faint. Place up to 2 opening and or break tokens in the Kratos pool. That's fantastic. That's awesome. I love that. Let's see, how do we want to spread this out? Do we want to do, it's a BP1. Let's, we could do 2. I'm kind of leaning towards 2 opening. Yeah, let's do 2 opening, and then we can use Phyloctera's Analyticos module to maybe get 1 more opening, and then we'll have and then we can save Arrow Barrage for somebody else. Okay, let's do that. All right, committed to that, and we don't have to deal with that Fate Gate, luckily, because we didn't. Well, who knows? Maybe if we re-rolled that other attack die, we would have gotten a full hit. We wouldn't have had to deal with that signature at all, but we're done there. So that's going to end Herodotus's turn. Excuse me while I take a sip. So with this plan that I have, I'm not. Ooh. With a plan that I have, I was going to have Solon go last, but we can't do that. What I'm thinking about right now is that I'm debating if I want to go next with Phyloctera or Solon. And because I think I want Ulyssia to go third, because she has a nice setup weapon where like that naval ram gives auto break 2 and break 2. And yeah, so if I want to go third with her, maybe we should just go next with Solon. I was originally thinking of going next with Phyloctera, but let's go next with Solon. And we're going to activate him. Then we will, excuse me, we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to be in his blind spot. The reason I kind of want to go with Solon a little bit before Phyloctera too is that Solon has this Nemos that allows him to give +1 precision to an adjacent Titan. Maybe this is me reaching a little bit too much to try to give, like, just maximize everything for him to give something to Phyloctera. But I don't know. I'm still gonna try it. Well, also I have to go with Solon. I can't go with Solon last. So we're doing that with Solon. We could not have rushed because we don't have that danger gate met. We don't have at least 2 danger. So I think we're just going to jump into an attack now. We'll do that. We have +3 to hit because we're in the blind spot and we have 2 opening tokens. So we need, where the heck did I put, oh, I put it down here. There, I was looking for his primordial sheet. We need a 5 or higher to hit. Boom. Crit! Yes! Yes! Yes, yes. Okay, cool. I think the audio sometimes gets a little screwed up because like sometimes I'm like looking down as I'm talking and I'm like, ooh, I go like straight up and then straight down and it probably sounds like a roller coaster on the microphone there. Oh, that's exhilarating. Okay. Crit on our BP1 here. Let's grab these 2 dice. I'm feeling good about those. I'm feeling good about this red die. 2 black and a red. We don't have any auto break or anything. Let's take this off to the side. Boom, BP1. 4, we're gonna gain +1 Nemos node for a chosen Nemos. That's mediocre. Well, okay, actually, let's do the roll first. So we have an AT of 4 that we're trying to beat, and we don't have any power reroll. So we're gonna roll these one at a time. Boom, that's cocked. Let's move these off to the side a little bit more. Okay, amazing. We've already met our necessary power. This is just for funsies. Cool, so we had 5 total, right? 2, 3, 4 plus a break is 5. Woo! So we got the crit effect there. We gain 1 Nemos node for a chosen Nemos. The reason that could be good is if we go into here, let's see, an Acreon, that's who we're looking for. We can split between either one of Death Follows or a Dream You Hold. And we really want to save Death Follows. Like, I want to keep that one in the campaign as long as possible just because it's so nice to have as like an emergency. Shoot, I need more power. We need more power. So we're going to give it to a Dream You Hold. And that'll slightly encourage that Nemos to be the dominant one and retire first. Sorry, we need to go back to Anacreon/Solon. And we're going to take these dice out. And we're going to put this in our wound pile, and our first wound is a crit. See if we can keep that streak going. Just crit everything. I mean, it's just like when you're playing a first-person shooter in a computer game. Just click their heads. In this game, just roll crits. Like, why is it so hard? I take that back. Knock on wood. If I don't take that back, this game, the pursuer hears me. I'm convinced he hears everything that's going on. Let's see. So we wounded. Before we do that, we need to escalate. Go to our view here. So we're going to get a BP2 into our BP deck. Stop in 3, 2, 1. Okay, BP1. We're going to take out an AI1 and we're going to get an AI2. Shuffle. We're going to stop it in 3, 2, 1. AI1. Cool. Won't stop me from going in for another attack at least. Sorry if the zipper is rubbing up against the microphone here. I did adjust the microphone a little bit, try to put it in a better position. So, okay, so now we are on to our second ability window. We've cleared the Kratos pool. We only can put in 1 token here, so we want an opening or a break. Definitely an opening, because I think we're gonna go next with oh, yeah. Let's do this. We'll stick an opening in there, because if we go next with Ulyssia, she has a naval ram which has auto brake on it. And we love auto brake. We're always talking about auto brake. We love auto brake. But for real, auto brake 2, brake 2 is excellent. Naval ram is an excellent weapon. Right now it's just like we're almost spoiled with things because we have both the Pyramidion and the Mace. And like while they're both just such excellent weapons overall, they do have terrible precision bonus. And so it can make fights kind of swingy. Like I can make an argument that you pull in another weapon that has, like you should, I don't know, like what I used to do in the first cycle when I was going through initially was like you have, 2 Titans with higher precision weapons that like are more likely to hit, and then 2 Titans with weapons that are like power weapons. And right now we're kind of at a 3-to-1 split with 3 higher power weapons, and that's not really a good place to be. But it's hard to not use some of these weapons. Anyway, so we also have the reposition. So I think we want to reposition 1, maybe just there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because then if Ulyssia goes here, I wonder if the pencil is better for showing this. Sometimes my fat fingers are just like hard to see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If Ulyssia goes here on her turn, then she can be next to good old Solon there, and she'll get the precision bonus from his Nemos. And hopefully we can try to beat our current time of 40 minutes per wound. I think hopefully we can cut that down. No guarantees. Yeah, I think we'll end it there for Solon's turn. Back to our view there. That's a good spot to be in, actually. I didn't think about this because that gives Solon the ability to help out both Ulyssia and Phylacteria with the +1 precision. But yeah, I think we do want to go next with Ulyssia. Let's go Cam 1. Activate Ulyssia. Priority target token should have gone to Oleander / Herodotus. So I moved it over there. Then we're going to go move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we want to use... we're going to have +1 precision here. From from Solon, so we'll have +2 to hit, so it's 6 or higher to hit. We want to save Arrow Barrage for Phylacteria because we're not, like, we need those opening tokens for her. Okay. Sure. Yeah, let's do that. So Ulyssia is going to attack. Gain a rage, go from 1 rage to 2. Oh, at the start of her turn, because of her Eschaton stones, she's in a lot of pain, so she gains danger. I'm going to trust this white die here for rolling. So we need a 6 or higher, we said, because +1 from Solon, and then we have 1 opening token. 3, fate reroll that. Boom, 9. Oh my gosh. It's like the fate rerolls get my heart going every time. It's a rush. So Auto Break 2, I don't know if I actually explained this. Auto Break 2 gives us 2 break tokens during the first ability window. So we're going to put those in now. Before we reveal our BP1, is there anything else we have in that first ability window? No, I don't think so. All right, we're going to reveal our BP1 here, and we have another BP1 on top, at least for now. Large Moth Wing. Okay. AT of 4, that shouldn't be too bad. We're going to get a red, and I'm feeling this one, and a black from our Naval Ram, and then we'll get a red from our Titan Power die. We have 2 power reroll, one from the Kratos card and one from Naval Ram. Boom. Amazing. I mean, that's plenty. That's 4, 5, 6. That's 7 what we rolled right there. You know what? How about we save that for later? Let's stock up that power roll for something else. No, we have the large Mothwing gets wounded. We're going to suffer knockdown and knockback unless we reflex out of that, which I am happy to spend a fate to do. That brings Ulyssia to 2 fate. Boom. So she's going to reflex to not be adjacent to the pursuer, and knock down and knock back. At least when they are part of a BP response, they require the Titan to be adjacent to the primordial. So if we can get ourselves out of adjacency in that window of opportunity, then we're golden. But a lot of the pursuer's cards effects don't have that ability window there, just like that fail effect. So the wound effect does nothing to us. Neat. We will put that in our wound pile. Go to 2 wounds. Amazing. Thank you, Fates, for helping us out here. Then we're going to escalate our BP cards. Let's go over here. So we just need to add a BP2. I'm going to have to use the restroom in a second. I don't know if I've ever called my own bathroom a restroom. All right, stop in 3, 2, 1. Okay, BP1. And then AI, it was a BP1, so we're going to replace AI1 with AI2. Shuffle here. Oh, jeez. If I just drop the card and then don't shuffle it in, be nice. We're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. AI1. I mean, there's consideration to be like, should I stop here and just keep the AI1 on top? But I probably won't do that just because I don't know. I don't like to leave 2 Titan attacks on the table. So we escalated. Now we are clearing the Kratos pool. Let's go back to our view of Ulyssia here. Clear the Kratos pool. Our Naval Ram has Break 2. It also has Cumbersome. So we're going to exhaust our Naval Ram there. And then we have, we can put a break or an opening in there. I think we want to do at least 1 opening. Okay, so we just put the same tokens back in there. That's a nice pool for her to leave Phylactera. And while it would be great to say, let's use this A Night to Remember card to unexhaust the Naval Ram now, or even the Iapetus Lifeguard, we can't do it because we did our move first and we just finished our combat action, so our turn immediately ends. Again, this is something that they changed in Kingdoms Forlorn, and I think they said they're gonna change in the future Aeon Trespass games, is having a free ability window after you use both your movement and combat action, because like number 1, it just feels intuitive to have that, and number 2, it's just really nice to have that. But you'll see it, I think you'll mostly see it in cycle 3. You just don't want to house rule that. You don't want to house rule that you have that extra ability window, because while it seems like it's somewhat of a minor thing, if I remember correctly, it can actually really change some mechanics in the game. Like some things I think were balanced around not having that extra ability window at the end. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. I could also just be dumb and not thinking about how those things were played correctly. But I digress. Stop wasting time. Emerging boat. We have Pursuer to keep wounding. Yeah, okay, so Ulyssia is done. Let's go back to our greater view here. And I wonder, who should we go with next? Let's find out after I return from a bio break. And before I go on that break, let me pull up Okay, super embarrassing. I was like, I jumped to that AFK screen. I was like, I haven't used this yet. I'm planning on using this when I do a live stream, but let me try using it now. And I started talking more, and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I turned off the microphone on that screen just in case. Yeah, just to make sure that like I have a wireless microphone on right now, and if I just wear it around the house while I'm on the AFK screen, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm explaining more than I have to, and I'm just making myself look dumber. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Darn, I should refill my water. I'll do that soon. I've drank so much water with like tea with honey and lemon, or water with honey and lemon in it. This is like the most I've talked in a long time. I don't talk that much, but like doing these videos where I'm talking for hours at a time, and like the videos that I've recorded up until this point, like I'm usually doing 1 to 2 videos a day, which like doesn't sound like a lot saying out loud, but like with how much I've been talking that whole time, like even if my voice doesn't sound like it's getting worse, it's like it becomes a struggle to talk. Anyway, I think it's something that it's getting better over time, I think, but the warm water and honey is definitely helpful. All right, so where were we at? Oh yeah, we were deciding who we were gonna go next with. Maybe Phyloctera. I guess we could go next with her. Yeah, I suppose. So activate her. Trying to think if we need to do anything special with her. We won't have any reposition, so there's a little bit of a worry with having so many Titans in a close zone around the pursuer, but I don't know. I think that's okay. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna use Arrow Barrage for sure. We're gonna get 2, let me fix that. We're gonna get 2 opening tokens. So now if we go, okay, so go 1, 2, 3, because I'm pretty sure that's where I want to attack from. And if I were to attack from this spot right here, right now, I would have, what would my precision bonus be during that attack? My dread would go from -4 to -2. I would have +1 from being in the blind spot, so I'd be at -1 total. I'd have +1 from being next to Solon, that'd be +0 total. And I'd have +3 from those opening tokens. Okay, so I think I can actually save my Analyticos module for another turn in the future, because this token setup is very nice. So let's do our attack roll. Yeah, let's attack. Yeah, 1. And I already forget what the number was that I said for my precision bonus. Let's see, +1 from blind spot, +1 from Solon. It's going to cancel out the effectively -2 from dread. Then we're going to have +3 total. So we just need 5 or higher to hit. And let's go with this die and this die. No. Let's go with this die. Anything else I need to think about? All right. Boom. Ooh, 2 9s? Okay. No crit, but I will happily take just a full hit. Nothing for our first ability window, correct? Yeah, let's go ahead and draw our BP card then. We have an abnormally long arm. Oh, darn. If we wound this, we're going to get a signature done against us. That's all right. It's not the end of the world. I still want to wound this. We're gonna get, let's see, 2 black from the Pyramidion, a red from the Pyramidion, and another red from our Titan sheet. Let's move these a little bit closer over there. And we have, what, no power reroll, correct? Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna roll these one at a time, make me feel better. Boom. All right, that's fine. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I think we're good actually now. Boom. Boom. All right. So in total, that ends up being, can you actually see all those on there? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That ends up being 7. We don't need that much, but that definitely wounds, and we're going to end up performing signature against the attacker. So we'll put this in our wound stack here. We'll go up to 3 wounds. And then let's put our signature over in this slot here. Let us do our escalation. That was a BP1, right? Yeah, it was BP1. So we're going to add in a BP2. We're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. Okay, another BP1 on top. Then yeah, remove an AI1, and then we're going to end up with an AI2 in the deck. We're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So let's see. Yeah, we did our escalation there. We get to remove our tokens. Let me put the view back on our Kratos. Oh, okay. Well, there's our overall view there. I'm trying to be better about going to the overarching view when I do the shuffling. I don't know, like I do like to shuffle on camera. It's just, number one, it's kind of annoying for me to keep switching back and forth between some of the camera views. I do have to get better about that as I like fiddle with shit over here. But number two, sometimes it's just like, I'm used to shuffling more closer to me, like basically in close to my body where stuff's not on camera. But I don't know, there's something about just like shuffling on the camera that I feel like whenever I'm watching playthroughs of games, whether it's Aeon, Trespass or not, I kind of like seeing them shuffle on camera. Makes it more thrilling for me. So I will continue to try to be better about that. Go back to we're on Phylactery. But I mean, that's why like I'm picked up some of this recording stuff anyway. Was like, I want to try to pick up a new skill. I don't know. I mean, you could debate whether this is a skill or not, I guess. But to me it is. It's like I'm going out of my comfort zone. Like I said, I'm not used to talking for this long a period of time, and even though it's something that I'm passionate about and I feel like I have a lot of opinions about it, and like I have a lot of friends who are into board games and blah blah blah, like to be able to just talk out to an audience, even an audience that may not be there. I think my current most number of views on a video is like 10, 12. I think I went up to 12. I think it was 10 before, and I think I'm at 12 now. But yeah, I don't know. Like I see it as a skill, and it's like it's something that I'm getting better at, and I do like doing it. It's fun. I think the next step will be doing the live streaming aspect of it. Hopefully doing that soon. But we'll see. I don't know. If someone makes a comment on this video, if someone actually goes through and watches this video and makes a comment like, "Oh yeah, you should do the live streaming." If you do that, I will 100% go in and I will do a live stream. As soon as I see that comment, my next video will be a live stream. So a little bonus for anybody who actually watches these things all the way through. Okay, so we did our wound. Let's pull these things out. We did our escalation. Oh, I forgot to remove dread. We get rid of that. Yes, I always love getting our first wound of the battle with the Pyramidion. So we remove dread. We get 2 positive precision tokens from facing our fears. We're gonna make another tally mark on our Pyramidion over here. Where did my pencil go? It's over here. Okay, here we are up to 5. I'm gonna put it over here because I feel like I normally keep my pencil over there. And then how are we doing on time? Just over an hour. Oh, well, we're beating our average of our initial average of 40 minutes per wound. We've cut that down dramatically. Yeah, we should look at the metrics for these things. What's great, this is such an enormous change. We're giving so much value to our shareholders right now. It's so embarrassing. Like, it's bad when I'm just making myself laugh on camera. They're not good jokes, so I'm just like cracking myself up. Oh, damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm funny. What am I doing here? I have 1 opening from Pyramidion, and then I can do a break or an opening. And that's all I can really do. I really wish I had some reposition with her. Like, I would like to get out of adjacency and in the blind spot. Anyways, but yeah, I think I'm going to do a break token here. Oh my gosh, and it's way later than I thought it was. Okay. Oh, right, yeah, I still have to resolve the signature against me. So it was signature against attacker, so it doesn't matter if I'm in the blind spot or not. We know that this is going to make things interesting because now Herodotus is going to be in the blind spot here, but Phylacteria is getting signaturized. Notarized? Oh my gosh, is the pursuer a notary? Wow. Good for him. You know, in this economy, it's good to have just your options open. You know, pursuer, I know you like to just go around, destroy triremes, kill titans, try to kill the Argonauts, just terrorize the Argo in general. But like picking up that side hustle of being a notary, really cool. All right, so now we're gonna move these tokens off to the side here because we're about to get royally fucked by the pursuer here. We're gonna have 3 dice that we're gonna have to roll, and we need a 10 or higher. None of those are evasions, so we're about to take what each hit's actually going to deal 1 danger instead of 2. So we're about to take 3 danger. I'm not going to spend any fate to reroll those. It's not worth it. But I will get 2 dice for armor rolls here. Oh, all right. Well, I reduced that down to 1 danger. Not bad. I mean, that's also nice because I avoid the Killjoy. If I did have to deal with Killjoy right now, the first thing I would probably lose would be the Analyticos module. Number 1, I think it's the cheapest thing to recraft, and number 2, it's like, I don't know. It is very nice to have for her. I really like having that for her for trying to get rid of the dread initially. But out of these other, like all these other things are more valuable. If I had to Killjoy a second time is when it gets tricky. Depending on the point in the fight, maybe it's the Iolopile engine. I'm going to pronounce it differently every time. Maybe it's the Iolopile engine, but most likely it would actually probably be the Trireme breastplate. Anyway, so we're down to 1 danger there. We still have to draw a minor trauma. And I'm going to take a sip of my beverage again before I reveal this trauma. You know, something to deal with the trauma itself. All right, let's go ahead and flip this bad boy. Glimpse Weak Spot. Look at the top card of the BP deck. You may put it back on the top of the BP deck or onto the discard pile. Oh, okay. That's handy. Let's go ahead and our camera here. We have the wiry leg. It has an AT of 4, and it has an instinct response of knockdown, knockback 7. And a critical ability of gain the priority target token. You may perform a bonus attack. Bonus attacks would be very nice in this fight. I mean, bonus attacks are nice in every fight. Who am I kidding? But this is very useful information because this may encourage me to go first with, I might have already been going first with Herodotus next Titan round anyway, but this is nice information to have. So I'm gonna, as a reminder, because I have a terrible memory, I'm gonna just keep that revealed on the top of the deck there. But obviously if we get, if we get another card on top of the BP deck, Wiry Leg would end up going face down. So it's only revealed for now while it's on the top of the deck. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you, Minor Trauma. And then, nice, we don't have that, we don't have 3 fates. We don't have to deal with that last part of the signature. Let's move on. Cool. And we're already on our large view there. Let's flip our Argonauts to ready, and then I'm gonna go get some more water and honey. Let's clear these off. Okay, be right back. Okay, water acquired, and I'm ready to take an attack from the pursuer. Let's go ahead and draw this AI. Pincer Slash. Pincers have keen edges, as if they were sharpened. Ooh. Fun lore. Let's see. First targeting line is closest Titan in front in range. Well, unfortunately, Phylactera is our closest Titan in front in range, our heaviest hitter. I never like her to be the one targeted, but here we are. So we go there. So that's going to be, wow, normally it would be 5 dice and would normally be each hit deals 2 danger. That's crazy. Luckily, we only have to do 4 danger. Let me push that back there. Luckily, we only have to do 4 dice and yeah, maximum of 1 danger per hit. 4 dice here, we need 10 or higher. Boom. Oh, wow. Do we have anything for a crit evade? No. Crit evade are such a tease because I'm trying to think. Even in my first playthrough, I like rarely ever benefited from the effects of a crit evade. Yeah, I don't know. They're just more. They're much harder to come by than an actual crit when you're attacking, because at least when you're attacking, you're most likely doing that every round. You're not likely to be getting attacked every round unless like you are really good at tanking and knowing the primordial moves and everything. Okay, so anyway, this is 2 evades. Actually, let's do this. Oh, boom, just to show off that we rolled those. We have no free rerolls, so I'm not going to even consider that. And then each hit deals 2 danger, gain 1 ambrosia token. Right, so we have that and that. We're about to take 2 danger, but we have 2 armor reroll or 2 armor rolls from our trireme breastplate. That is very cocked. We avoiding. Okay, all right. Now we have our Killjoy coming into play. So I'm glad I already talked about this. I think. Yeah, no, I don't think my thoughts have changed at all. So if I'm gonna have to Killjoy, I think I'll Killjoy the Analyticos module. So this will go not even back into our armory. It's just we have to lose it. Okay, So, oh, actually, what we should do here then is let's make this official. Yeah, let's make this let's Killjoy official. One thing I need to remember to do at some point, I don't think I'm going to do it right now, is go in and add all the unique gear that I've gotten from wounds to the cargo, because I think all the crafted gear I've done, like I've crafted from here, so like I have it tracked in here, but I haven't added the unique gear that we've gotten, like the mace and even the pyramidian. Anyway, we are here to remove an analyticos module. Yeah, here we go. Minus, what's the crafting cost on that anyway? 5 armament, 3 muscle cluster. It's pretty low, but also we haven't really been facing the hecaton, so I think if I remember correctly, we had 4 muscle clusters. We don't really have that much of that. Well, if we really need it, we can always do that trading Argo ability. All right, let's go back to our Phylactery view here. Let's shift to the Iolopile engine over. And then we do still have to gain the Ambrosia token. Boom. Okay, these are just in my way now. Let's gotta shift some of these dice up here. And then the rest of the signature is 3 or more fate, blah, blah, blah. Don't have to deal with that. Okay. So that is, oh wait, no, sorry, that wasn't even the signature. That was just, yeah, that was just the AI. Okay, not bad. That's it. Sorry, it's just seeing that bottom line on the AI is like, oh, that's just signature. Okay. Titan round. All right, this isn't bad. We're starting, like, I like the start of this fight. This is pretty good. We're in a pretty good position. And something I'm also just realizing, and I'm really interested to go back and watch the video on this. Did I reposition with Ulysses at some point? Because I don't think I should have. Maybe I'm just used to having the reposition one with her. But she has a naval ram right now, and so she should not have had any reposition. And I'm just like, should she have been adjacent? I wouldn't have affected the primordial attack, at least, but oh geez, like oh no, okay, that's right, I remember what it was. It was I reflexed, that's why this is exhausted. I reflexed back 1. Okay, cool. I was like, did I reposition there? Terrible memory. Also doesn't help that I've had a couple of adult beverages. All right, so everybody, I think, we'll just assume in the correct positions here. In which case, well, we know that the top BP card is that wiry leg, which is going to have an instinct of knockdown and then knockback 7. So let's take advantage of that information. And the only person that we can really use to take advantage of that is Herodotus. Solon, even if Solon went, that mace effect that allows us to ignore wound responses only applies to wound responses. If there's an instinct response, even if we wound, we still have to do the instinct response. So the only person who benefits, or I should say who can actually mitigate this instinct response, is Herodotus. So let's take advantage of that. So we'll have, let's get this out of the way, boom. And boom, boom. Oh, and then actually, well, we need to move. So we're gonna have +1, +2, +3, well, +3 to hit. I think we just want to move, maybe just moving back 1. Does it do me? Sometimes it's nice to be in a corner because you're not adjacent. The only downside of being in a corner like this is you're technically still in zone 1, whereas here, like even though in both these positions are still in range 2 of the primordial, like here you're zone 1, here you're zone 2. So this gives you some flexibility in terms of like if the primordial has to come after you for some reason, you can choose, well, okay, do I want the primordial to come over here and face down, or do I want the primordial to come over here and go that way? But I am actually going to go this way because it takes me out of zone 1 and it allows me to get knocked back into this this column here. Sometimes getting knocked back into the columns is good as like I have a way to stand up, so I'm not worried about the knockdown. I'm more worried about I don't want to be knocked back too far out of the fight. Tangent time again. This was another thing that I found interesting between ATO and let's go to the full view there. ATO and Kingdoms Forlorn was that Kingdoms Forlorn, I forget the number, like the area of the battle map, but the area, like there were fewer squares on the battle map itself, so the area was smaller. So it was less likely that you were going to not be able to attack because of a lack of range. And so like from a player satisfaction feeling, like yes, that's a very beneficial thing. In this game, like it does suck when you're just like, oh my god, I just got knocked back 8 and now I have to spend what, at least 1 turn, 2 turns, maybe even 3 turns trying to get back into range of primordial. That's lame. Kingdoms Forlorn fixed that, like changed that and a number of other things, and I made this point before, but ultimately, in my opinion, just made it so that it was too easy to wound. Like you were too consistently getting wounds. You were leaving too many tokens in the Kratos pool. Like they were all things that individually made you feel really powerful and really good. But I didn't feel like the strength of they weren't called primordials, what were they called? But the strength of the enemies did not scale up to that. And one of the things that, again, I probably mentioned this in a video before, that I think is missing from ATO, Kingdoms Forlorn, like any of these Into the Unknown, ICP style combat, is like a flexible adjuster of difficulty, right? Like in Gloomhaven, you have a modifier that you can put on so that you can adjust the difficulty of the game depending on how well you're doing, depending on, you know, just your configuration of mercenaries, blah, blah, blah. And that's something I take advantage of all the time. Like when I'm playing Gloomhaven, I might go 3-4 missions where I'm playing it +2, maybe +3 difficulty. But then if I retire somebody and I bring somebody new, it's like, I'm going to bring that difficulty down because like I need at least a few scenarios to be able to like figure out this mercenary, figure out how they work, but also like be able to get them up to the power level that I feel like I can be really effective. And so I think when you do something like they did with Kingdoms Forlorn, where you're really leaning into the player and making them feel powerful and giving them control, for people who are newer to the game, that might be just enough to be able to make them feel like, oh, I am doing just enough to win. Like that might get them to the point that I feel like I'm at with ATO. And I don't mean that in any negative way. Like I've spent hundreds of hours in this combat system, so I've spent too much time in this game, to be honest, and I'm continuing to do it. And so for people who are less experienced, you need that power level to compensate sometimes. So for some people, it's probably just the right power level. But when you don't have an option to be able to like have some kind of like scale or like slider that you can adjust to be able to make something different, it makes the game feel it's rigid, right? And so then you end up getting strong opinions because people are going to have different opinions based off of their skill level in the game. I don't know how you do that with ATO, to be honest. Like you can adjust it based off of like, oh, well, you know, maybe we find a good way to say like, oh, if you're really experienced in the game, actually the pursuer should be at level 2 then. But I don't know that it is, that it's 1-to-1 like that. Like I don't think that's necessarily a good scaling factor. I did whatever. I think I've already talked about all this stuff before in like the first combat video, so I'm gonna stop going off on a tangent. But hey, if you made it this far in the video and you're like, emerging boat, I'm really interested in the other things you had to say for this, leave a comment and I'm happy to talk about it more. But I need to get into this battle. It's late time. Oh my god, it's very late time, actual real life time for me. And we're at what, 1 hour and 20 minutes in the video, so let's get a move on this. So we were going with Herodotus, and I started moving him and I didn't actually even go to his camera. Yeah, we were on him. We should have activated him. We already did his movement. We moved him back 1 space south, so that we could be out of adjacency because we have a reach 2 weapon. And the next thing we want to do is give this guy a little jabby jab with our long mast spear. We have our dice already over here. And yeah, let's just go ahead and attack. Do I want to do anything extra here? It's a BP, it's only an AT of 4. Well, actually, I'm curious now. Sorry, I'm just reaching over to our wounded cards already. Oh, wow. Okay, so the average AT value is lower than I expected. Like we have 3 BP1s that we've already wounded. They're all BP4 or all AT of 4. And also this BP on the top is also an AT of 4. So I thought it was more split of like 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, but okay. Not as bad as I thought. Anyway, let's gain our rage with Herodotus, right? Yeah. We're gonna gain our rage here. We're gonna go up to 3 rage from 2. Then we are going to do an attack roll, and we have +2 from our long mast spear. We have another +1 from our opening token, so we need 5 or higher to hit, and that's going to be 9, 9, and 6. So all 3 of those are hits. Neat. I like that. We're going to get 3 reds from our long mast spear and an extra red from Herodotus himself. We're going to take a look at this wiry leg here, and we need 4 power to wound it. Give this a quick roll here. We have 1 power reroll. Oof. We will use it. Those are good. All right, I wish we had 2 power reroll. I mean, this doesn't do anything for us, but I want to reroll this one. We just need 1 power symbol, just 1 power symbol. Damn. Okay. Darn, that stinks. That was such a weak card to hit too. That's a shitty one to fail on. All right. Dang, okay. Well, we don't have to deal with the knockdown or the knockback because we are not adjacent. That goes into our discard. We'll clear our Kratos pool there, and we will be able to leave 2 tokens. What do we want to go with next? If I could go last with Solon, then maybe I would do something like Ulyssia, then Phylacteria, then Solon, because then I could get both Ulyssia and Phylacteria to benefit from the +1 precision from Solon. However, I can't go last with Solon. Maybe we go next with Ulyssia. We go next with Ulyssia. We could put 2 opening tokens in the pool because she'd be able to do, and we have a BP2 on top right now. 2 opening tokens in the pool. She'd be able to auto break 2. She'd be able to get the +1 bonus from Solon, and then after No, actually, maybe we go next with Solon. Because I kind of want to save Phylactera for later. Because she has the highest maximum for like power output with the Pyramidion. I can't go last with Solon. So maybe if I go now with Solon, I can go up to here. And then after he attacks, reposition back into the spot that he's in so that he can give that precision bonus to Ulyssia and Phylactera. Sure. All right, let's do that. So if we go with Solon right now, then we probably want to do 2 tokens. So let's do 2 break. And then with those 2 break, that will end Herodotus's turn. Go with Solon. Let's activate him. We're going to use our Arrow Barrage from our Argo ability and get 2 opening tokens. Then let's move south 1 and make a nice little attack against the pursuer. The question is, who do I want to use this next forced Kratos reaction on? I might want to do it on Phylactera because Solon at Rage 2, like if he doesn't use his power reroll, which to be honest, he probably will need it for wounding a BP2. But if he doesn't use the power reroll, then he has an extra break token that he can put in. So let's not use it yet. So yeah, let's just attack as is. We will gain a rage to go from 1 rage to 2. And we're going to attack with our Maze Mace. We need 6 or higher to hit. It's a 9. Cool. Put that to a crit. Feeling another crit coming on. So if we hit with that, we're going to get... I'm feeling good about these 2 dice. And then we're going to get a red from that. BP2 is going to be a small wing fin. Oh boy. We're getting a lot of responses that perform signature against the attacker. And imagine, like, what, this is the 3rd time we've had a response that does signature against the attacker. Like, imagine if this was, like, we're going to have to deal with this with not toying, ideally after this fight. It's going to be tough. It is going to be really hard to kill him in this cycle. And I might be trying to kill him and make him not toying too early. I might screw myself with losing Titans soon, but whatever. I mean, we can always change our mind technically until we get to 9 wounds, but so let's see, we need 6 to wound here. Do I want to use a power my death follows? I don't think so. All right, come on. Let's just do all these at once. Oh, that's just enough, I think. That's 4 power symbols and then 2 break. That brings us to 6. That's just enough. Oh, right, and we ignore wound responses because we're with Maze Mace. Fuck yes. Okay. Excellent. Cool. Okay. I'm getting happier here. So that is going to go into our wound pile. Let's change our view here. Get some water. Okay. That's in our wound pile. We go from 3 wounds to 4 wounds. 40%. It's good. All right. And then that was a BP2. So we're now going to get a BP3 in our wound. What the heck did we miss? Okay, that is 4 cards in there. For a second, I thought I was only shuffling 3 cards. Okay, 3, 2, 1, stop. BP2. Damn it, I accidentally just stopped the previous recording instead of pausing it because I was like trying to save from accidentally burping on camera. And I fudged the mouse. So I'll actually have to join those clips, whatever. It's not a big deal. I just don't like editing. It's not even really editing. It's just joining two clips together. Anyway, so we did our BP escalation, and we need to do AI escalation. We're going to remove a AI2, and we're going to add in an AI3. It's not our ultimate. It's not the pursuer's ultimate, and we're gonna stop shuffling in 3, 2, 1. AI1. Ooh, that's nice. Dang. If I was at like 5 wounds, maybe I would consider stopping here. But I'm only at 4 wounds. I can't give up on 2 Titan turns just for the sake of keeping an AI1 on top of the deck. Alright, so these black dice are going to come out. We're going to clear the Kratos pool. Then we're going to get, what, just 2 dice in here. I'm sorry, 2 tokens in here. It's going to be, do I want to do break? No, I'll do opening break. Yeah, unfortunately I can only do opening break. Yeah, because we did arrow barrage there, so I won't have that. Okay, that's fine. So we'll do opening break. That's kind of the best that we can do. I would like to do opening because I'm going to go next with Ulyssia. And she needs that extra opening, I think, more than she needs the extra break because she has auto break too. But we have reposition 2 with Solon that we can do as well. So we're going to just reposition 1 here, put him back into that spot that he was in before. And that's going to end his turn. You miss anything there? No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah. So here's our new Kratos pool. Boom, boom. Yeah, so next let's go with Ulyssia. She's going to exhaust her A Night to Remember Nemos. This is another really good Nemos card. This is great through, like, honestly, all cycles. Just having something that can unexhaust a gear card. Really useful for cumbersome weapons or tanks, especially too, because it gives you that extra unexhaust of an item. So like before you have to sacrifice a movement or a combat action, it gives you an extra charge essentially. So yeah, we're gonna go to activate her. We use A Night to Remember to unexhaust Naval Ram. Let's use movement to move forward 1, and then we're going to attack. So we are going to go up to 3 rage. It's going to tie with Herodotus. Oh my gosh, Herodotus. Can't talk right now. So it will not pull priority target from him, and then we will attack with just the 1 die, right? Yeah, 1 die. And we need, we have +2 overall, so we need 6 or higher to hit. That's a crit, baby. Let's go. On a BP2, here we go. And Stonebeak. We have, ooh, we can gain the Vulture Mask. I forget exactly what the Vulture Mask does. But what are we avoiding if we wound? Let's see. Okay, so if we fail to gain 3 danger and resolve a trauma draw. I did forget. With Ulyssia, we actually need to have gone from 1 danger to 2. Gaining 3 danger and resolving a trauma draw, not the end of the world. I would like to avoid it. Obviously, I'd rather wound. But there is an upside. Like if we get to 5 danger, we get a bonus power with the Naval Ram. So, okay. Let's just consider the things that could be good. If things don't go well, what could be good? We're going to get a red die from Naval Ram, red die and a black die, and then we're going to get a red die from Ulyssia herself. We'll have 1 power reroll. 111. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Auto break 2 from our first ability window from... Oh, that makes me feel better. Much better. Okay. Roll all these at once. Boom. Well, this is very cocked. Keep these 2, so that's 3. Ooh, that's 5. Okay. So now the question is, which die do we want to re-roll? So with the red, we would need to re-roll... we need to get a side that has at least 2 power, and I think that's 50% of our sides here. Because we have 2 sides that have power potential, and then 1 side that has double power. So re-rolling our this red would give us a 50% chance of wounding. With the black, we would need to re-roll and get a side that has at least 3 power. I think that's also 50%. Oh no. That's 2 out of 3, right? So we have this side that gives us 2 power and a potential. This side that gives us 2 power, 2 potential. Those are the only sides that would benefit us. So yeah, this only gives us a 33% chance of wounding. So we're gonna have to re-roll this red die. And unfortunately, we don't wound there. That's okay. Take those off. Boom, boom. So yeah, we were gonna gain. This is why we gave ourselves that hype speech early on. Oh, I could have done 2 power reroll. I mean, statistically, shoot. Would I have done that? Realistically, would I have done that? I had, what did I have? I had this, and this, right? Would I have done it? I think I would have. Okay, I'm allowing myself to do this. Sue me. I'm gonna have re-rolled both the red and the black dice. And it does get us to what we need. All right, I'm sorry, but I did it. I think that's okay. I forgot that I had a power re-roll from the naval ram here. So I wanted to use the power re-roll from both Ulyssia and the naval ram here. So I'm gonna take that. And we're gonna get a wound there. And let's see. Immediately draw and resolve a flare card. Yeah, I do kind of feel bad about doing this, but honestly, it's fine. Oh, no. Oh, we're right. We had crit on this. So gain the Vulture Mask card. Is this good? I don't know. Oh. Well, we might be getting screwed, actually. We might be getting our just desserts here. Whoops. Yes. Yeah, this could come back to bite us anyway. So yeah, that's okay. Here's why. Let's give our card booster seat here. You know, you're reading it. Hey, look. Oh, I can't get it to stay straight. Oh, it's nice accessory, or a nice support item there. Gives you an extra reroll. Ignore flare primordial responses. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Oh yeah, disable the toying pursuer trait. Well, yeah, and I think when you gain these, these gear cards, like you get to who did I just attack with? Ulyssia. You do get to ignore. You can equip it and ignore your gear slot limits, but I don't think you have the option to not equip it. Like, I think we have to equip it. Right? Okay, I tried looking this up because I can't remember how this is supposed to be played, and I can't actually find a quick ruling for it in the Law of ATO or in Discord. But if you get crit gear, I feel like I remember the ruling being that you can exceed the number of normal gear slots and equip it for the rest of the fight. I don't know if you have the option to not do that, because equipping this right now actually kind of screws us a little bit. But we also did, I forgot about the power rerolls on this. So we're going to equip it now. I'll see if I can find a ruling on that later. But yeah, we're going to equip it now, and he's no longer toying. So we're about to start getting fucked. So, okay, let's see. We are now wounding. We're going to put this over to our big cam here. It's going to go to there, get 5 wounds. That was a BP2, so we're going to get a BP3 put into our deck here. Oh, why is that showing? In our BP3 pile, we had a BP that was showing, so we're going to take these and shuffle them around. Stop in 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm going to put a BP3 here. Put the rest of those BP3s back. Now we're going to shuffle our actual BP deck, and we're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I'm pretty happy about that, actually. All right, so that we have a BP1 on top there. We're going to remove an AI2, and we're going to put an AI3 in. It is not the ultimate, and ultimate is not coming up yet on the AI3 deck, so that's good. We're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, oh, AI1, okay. I will probably forego my last Titan attack to just have this AI card, especially since we're not toying anymore. This is a blessing. Okay. So we did our escalations. We're going to clear our Kratos pool. It's going to leave, we're going to leave 2 break tokens from our naval ram. We're going to exhaust our naval ram because of cumbersome. Then we will, let's see. I think that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. No. We have, we can leave opening break. Let's do opening because I think 2 breaks should be enough to wound a BP1. And so at that point, I'd rather just make sure we're getting a full hit with whoever attacks. And oh yeah, so that's gonna end Ulyssia's turn here. So then we're gonna jump back over to our main view here, and then we're gonna be going with Phyloctera next. And I think all we want to do with her, maybe we want to gain that last rage. Maybe we want to use that on her to because she didn't attack this round. That way everybody would be at least 2 rage. But honestly, we don't really need to use it right now. Like, the only way it would affect us, the only way it would bite us from not using it right now would be if, like, we got a bonus attack during the primordial round, but that seems unlikely, so I'm not going to to bother with that. I'd rather have more information later. So let's move away. So let's go there. Ooh. No. Over here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go there. If she needs to get out of the zone, she has advanced reflex, so she'd be in a zone 3, but I don't think there's any zone 3 AI ones. I don't want her to be like the furthest. I don't want her to be the closest. So I think this gives us some flexibility here. She's not going to do anything with her attack or combat action. So yeah, we're going to end her turn there, and that means we're going to end the Titan round. This comes off. We have one more charge of Arrow Barrage. We have one more charge of Force Kratos reaction, and we have 2 charges still of Pursuer Protocol. Let's draw our AI1. Cross Slash. As the Pursuer makes the crosscut, its laugh is full of reverence. Target is priority target in sight is the first targeting line. Okay, our priority target is Herodotus right now. He is in sight. So we're going to go turn, move, and attack. Let's set this to Herodotus so you can actually see the attack here. And we're not toying. So now we're going to start to see some of the shit that we're going to have to start dealing with soon. Cross Slash is going to be 3 dice. Oh, pardon me, I need some water. And this is not a terrible AI card to get with not toying, because it's I'm actually not even sure how we would adjust the danger gain here. 2 or more hits deal 5 danger. I guess, I don't know if that would go down by 2 danger. Anyway, we don't have to worry about that. So we're going to roll 3 dice. We have, we evade on a 9 or higher. This is not cocked at all. It's sitting nicely between all of the tokens there. Oh, excuse me. So we have 1 evade and 2 hits. 2 or more hits deal 5 danger. Yeah, I'm used to him having the free re-rolls. Let's see. I really don't want to hit that fate gate of 4. If we had to gain, yeah, all right. So we're gonna take those hits. So we're gonna take 2 hits. So we're about to gain 5 danger to Ambrosia. But we are gonna gain a fate to use Reinforce 2. So we have 3 armor dice we can roll here. That's 2. We reduce it by 2. So we go from 5 danger to 3 danger. That's great, because that keeps us in major trauma territory. Okay, so we're going to go from 3 danger to 6 danger. Okay, I don't want to get screwed by grave traumas and disemboweled again. Yeah, okay. And 2 Ambrosia tokens. So we're going to gain these Ambrosia tokens regardless. So let's just get him now, because there's an and there. And then, what do we say? Major trauma, because we're at 6 danger. Yes. Here's our major trauma. Ooh, boom, baby. All right. We're in business. Lose 1 danger and stand up. Okay, so we're going down from 6 danger to 5 danger. And you may perform a bonus attack. Hell yeah. Okay, let's put that in the back of that major trauma deck. Okay. This is a BP1 that we're trying to go after here. So we will, yep. Okay, so we're gonna chain break the rest of this primordial attack because all of the remaining effects target our target of the attack. So it's the rest of this AI card is chain broken. Oh. Okay, I do have to keep this in mind. Because he's not toying, I'm going to have to do signature after this. I'm going to leave signature kind of like creeping over here. Let's just put it back there. All right. Yeah, because we're in the primordial round. So after I do this bonus attack from Herodotus, we're going to have to do the signature. Yeah. Stupid vulture mask. Okay. Positive thoughts. So Herodotus is going to go. He's going to take a bonus attack here. Oh, and actually, we only chain break if we do not full miss. Let's use, I'm feeling this die. Let's use that die. We get 3 dice. We're going to have +2, +4 total to hit. So we need to hit on a 4 or higher. That's a full hit. I'm not gonna crit hunt. Too scared. Oh, nice. And at least we hit 5 danger, so we'll be able to get 2 opening tokens from the Longmast Spear in the second ability window. That's a positive. It's a good thing. So we're gonna have 3 dice from our Longmast Spear. We're gonna have 1 die from Herodotus himself. Let's draw this BP card. Hind Pincer. And this is a wound. Immediately draw and resolve a flare card. Does that count? I mean, that's not a primordial attack, so I guess because it's a bonus attack, so I guess, interesting. If we had to resolve the signature from the flare card, would that count as a... Like, I think technically, no, it's not a primordial attack response. But I think by nature, like, I think the point of the ruling of all that stuff is that it should, like, you would ignore that signature. Anyway, we're not going to be in that situation because we have ambrosia tokens to deal with. So we need to get 5 or higher. We're going to have 2... potentially 2 rerolls that we can deal with, right? No more than that? Yeah, just 2. Boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plenty. So we will immediately draw and resolve a flare card. I don't know why I went to that view, because we're going to have to go right back. We're just going to keep stacking these cards here. Ambrosia, Harrow. Each Titan gains as many fate as they have ambrosia tokens. If this ability didn't trigger the pursuer, so it is going to trigger. So Herodotus gains 2 fate, going from 3 fate to 5 fate. And Phylactera gains 1 fate, going from 0 to 1. Nobody else has ambrosia tokens. Okay, so that flare card gets discarded. This Hind Pincer goes into our wound pile. That brings us up to 6 wounds. That will put a, let's go to our view here. That will put a BP2 in our BP deck. So maybe if we get like, I don't know, I guess maybe 2 more BP2s and then a BP3, that would be good. All right, stopping at 3, 2, 1, BP2. And then we have to remove an AI1. Yeah, AI1. Get AI2 in here. Stopping in 3, 2, 1. AI2. Okay, these come out. Clear the Kratos pool. Go back to Herodotus here. We're going to get opening 2 from our Longmast Spear because we're still at 5 danger. We are going to get, we could do 2 break. Yeah, we should do at least 2 break for our BP2. Okay. Oh, and then we I guess we should have marked this fate down earlier, but from our harsh conditioning, we survived a major trauma, so we lose 1 fate. So we go from 5 fate to 4. Okay. Then, right, so now we're still in the primordial round because we're not toying. We got to do signature, closest titan in front, in range. And yeah, well, of course it's going to be Herodotus here. Oh, he's kidding. He's not having a great day. Let's see. So we're going to have 4 dice that we have to roll. Do these 4. Let's get 10 or higher to evade. Okay, so that is a 1, a 2, and a 10. This one is very cocked. Okay, 2 1s, a 2, and a 10. So we evade 1 hit. I'm not going to use fate to re-roll those other ones. Should I? I mean, we're about to take 6 danger. Maybe we reduce that by 1 or 2. Like a best case scenario, maybe we reduce it by 2 to 4 danger, at which point we're at a 9, which is a grave trauma. I don't know, but I mean, I need to, oh, do I have anything for a crit evade fail? No. I mean, if I don't re-roll these, I'm most likely drawing an obol, and there's a 50% chance I'm going to die. So I feel like I should spend the fate to just re-roll these. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's just see if we can get him to survive this. So we're going from 4 fate to 7 fate, so we can re-roll all 3 of these. Maybe we evade 1 more of them. We do not. We do not. So it's going to be 3 hits. We will gain another fate to reinforce 2. So we are about to take 6 danger. We're going to try to prevent some of that. We prevent 1 of it, which is not really going to be enough. Because we're going to go up to from 5 danger to 10 danger, which is going to cause us to do an obol draw. All right, let's put our 2 obol cards here. Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure there's nothing else I could have done there. No, I did everything I think I could do. Yeah, this is one of the downsides of getting rid of that Temenos Scale Shield too, that I don't have that not reinforce. Second chance. Okay. Boom. Shoot. Okay. Let's roll to see if we can awaken. Oh my god. For a second I thought that was a 0. No, it's a 5. So Herodotus dies. We're gonna shuffle our obol cards here. And then we're going to, okay, stop. I'm gonna roll this. We're gonna see, we get an 8, so we don't change the position of these. Boom. It goes in there. Herodotus. Rip. Sorry, bud. Thank you for your service. Okay. That comes out. Now we are down to 3 titans. We have a BP2 on top. So like there is a very small chance we could end this round, but very unlikely. Oh my gosh, I really need to end this, but I want to finish this tonight. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think maybe we just go next with Solon. Yeah. Oh, even best case scenario, I actually don't think I can win this round. Because the BP2 on top. And Ulyssia has Ulysses can't attack this round because she is not adjacent right now, and she has her stuff exhausted. Like her weapon is exhausted. Her Nemos to unexhaust that gear is exhausted as well. So yeah, I guess let's just go with Solon. Okay. Thinking. And we have 2 opening tokens in there. We'll be able to get into the blind spot. We will be able to ignore any wound responses that come up. Yeah, all right, let's just do this. Now let's get, I may want to use his Death Follows trait. I don't know, we'll see. We'll have to see. If we hit this, we'll have to see what the AT value is. All right, we have our Mace. We are gonna attack, going from 2 rage to 3 rage. Ooh. Ooh, okay, actually, here's what I'm thinking. I could... Oh, this is maybe not the best idea. This is banking on a lot of hope. But what I could do, let me make sure that that is actually pushback. That is pushback. And is Pursuer lumbering? He's not. So I could use the last charge of Forced Kratos reaction. Sorry, so let me put this back down to 2 because I haven't actually attacked yet. So Solon is starting at 2. If I use Forced Kratos reaction and attack, then he will be at 4 rage, and I could still attack from the blind spot. Like I could still attack from here to try to get the precision bonus. Then afterwards, I could use pushback 1 to push him next to Ulysses and potentially get a like have her, let her use her movement to get everything back. Okay, you know what, screw it, let's do this because it's kind of fun. So we're moving to here instead. Then we're going to use Forced Kratos reaction. We're going to gain a rage. Then we are going to attack. So we went from 2 to 3 rage for Forced Kratos reaction. Now we're going from 3 to 4. From attacking, we need a 5 or higher to hit. That's a 4. That's a 7. Oh, thank you. Okay. So we are going to get 2 black dice and 1 red die. And we're going to draw our BP card. I'm just making sure there's no other like first ability window things that I could be doing. Pushback, I think, is actually first ability window. So I could use that now, but reposition is only second ability window, and I need to use my reposition first. So let's just draw the BP card and see. Abnormally small head. What a tiny, tiny head. Still creepy. AT of 7. I mean, I'm like surprised because it's so high, but also like, I mean, that's just what the ATs are for the Pursuer. So we have 7. Ooh. Do I use Death Follows now? I don't think I do. I feel like using Death Follows now is maybe blowing my load a little bit too early. Even if I fail, I'll get signatured against me, but I'll still be able to do what I initially wanted to do, which was reposition and then push back. Thinking. We really only have one power reroll. Like, we could get two technically because we could get one at Rage 4, but like that's where our pushback comes from, so we cannot use that. All right, so maybe this is a dumb move, not using our what's it called? Our Death Follows, but we're gonna go with this. So we're gonna roll this one die at a time. All right, there's our black die. All right, not off to a great start. Boom. That's fine for a red die. All right, here, this is a great result for a black die. No, that's pretty mediocre. That's what, 3, that's 5 total. Oh, could we even wound at this point? So let's see, if we did 4 for those, no, we cannot wound unless we sacrificed our, like we tried to re-roll both black dice. Not worth it, I don't think. Oh man, but signature isn't toying. Oh, that's gonna be brutal. Oh. Shoot. No, I mean, because like the worst case scenario is that I reposition, or I'm sorry, I use both power rerolls, reroll both black dice. Then I still don't wound, and then I've already lost my pushback. So I'm not going to use any power rerolls, because also if I don't power reroll on this, then at Rage 2 I get that extra break. All right, so I'm just curious. Let's see what would have happened. I'm not, these are not real. I am clarifying that I'm not taking these, just seeing what would have happened. Damn, okay. I wish I hadn't done that, because I wish I wouldn't have seen, but that's not the future that was meant for us. Ah, the future that was meant for us is a signature to the face. Okay. Abnormally how small head goes into our discard pile. Let's put the signature here just so we remember. We are in our second ability window. So now let's do things that we know we're gonna get. Let's clear the Kratos pool. Let's get a break token from our Rage 2. Let's get an no, we're not getting a token from our Rage 4. We're gonna do reposition, pushback, and oh man, see, this is the part where I'm like, well, now I kind of regret doing this, because I'm like, I knew the fail response was going to be a signature, and I mean, there's a fair chance that he dies after taking this signature, and if I die and I hadn't used my Death Follows, I'm going to be kind of upset with myself. All right, so we can do opening break and then opening break. What do we want to do here? Most likely, so I mean, most likely we want Ulyssia to go next, right? So Ulyssia was attacking. What would she want? I mean, she would want 2 opening, because she's going to be able to get auto break. So yeah, we'll get 2 opening and a break there. We get those 3 tokens. That break goes away. Let me see here. Is there anything else we can do? No, sir. No, ma'am. No. We're probably just gonna die. But hey, at least we give Ulysses a chance to attack this round. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we are done. Oh, sorry. Did not activate him. We're done with him because we already did our movement and attack. But at the end of the attack, we do Pincer Strike, which is his signature. Precise and deadly. Yeah, it's about to be. So we're going to get 4 dice. And he's going to turn to face me. And we need 10 or higher to evade. Boom, all 10s. Actually, that's not bad. I'll take that. What? That prevents me from getting... I don't get a grave trauma at that point, right? I stay down in major trauma. Hey, I'll take that. Ooh. Okay, here I'm going to retcon something that actually hurts me. I forgot that I had dodge with Hermes Tatters. Had I remembered that, I actually probably would have used that. So it doesn't benefit me right now, but I'm gonna do it. Ooh, actually, no. Ooh, what do I have? Knock down, knock back 7 to the right. Yeah, I would have, because this has a window of opportunity next to it, so I can always... I have charges. I almost have too much reflex. What the fuck? I have too much reflex? But yeah, no, I think in retrospect I would have used the dodge there. So we have these two evade. Oh, there we go. Now, do I want to do any rerolls there? So as it stands, I would take 4 danger. I think I still want to try to keep my fate somewhat low. Because taking 4 danger isn't terrible. No, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that. So we're gonna take those 2 hits. We're gonna go from 0 danger to 4 danger, right? Yes, 0 danger to 4 danger. Draw our major trauma here. Boom. You may discard, it's positive, you may discard 2 condition tokens, a tokenless condition card, or an Ambrosian token, or lose 2 fate. Well, we don't have any of those first 3, right? Yeah, we don't have condition tokens are like, I hate, okay, here's a big gripe. I hate how it feels like there's a lot of things that early in the game can help you to avoid or get rid of condition tokens. And I say a lot, there's only a couple. There's at least like a Nemos, and there's some of these trauma cards, but like actual condition tokens, I think don't even come into play until cycle 3. And it's like you have all these other tokens that are like Ambrosia tokens are not condition tokens. Despair tokens are not condition tokens. Condition tokens are specifically these things. Where am I at? Ah, here. And yeah, anyway, that's kind of a gripe. But yeah, if we don't have condition tokens to discard, we don't have a tokenless condition card, and we don't have any Ambrosia on him, but we can lose 2 fate, and that's really nice for this situation, because that is going to go to the back of our major trauma deck. And let's put those over here. That means we don't meet that fate gate anymore. Wow, that is big. Okay, let's put that back over here. And then next we're gonna go with, yeah, Solon's done. That means we're going with Ulyssia next. Activated. Still at 6 wounds here. I don't know if you can hear how many like deep breaths I'm like taking throughout this. Just like, okay, calm yourself. We can do this. We're gonna get this. It's because it's more so like, even if I get the 10 wounds on this, like I'm afraid for how the rest of the cycle is going to go in terms of Titan management. Okay, yeah, so we're going to use movement first to refresh all of our, unexhaust all of our unexhaustible cards. And then we're going to use Naval Ram to attack. So we're going from 3 rage to 4. And then we have 1 die. And we need... we have 2 opening tokens. Do we want to use our last charge of Arrow Barrage? It's a BP2. I mean, a little bit. I kind of do want to use it. Let's do it. 2 opening tokens. I mean, I'm going to crit, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just, I'm kind of doing the Pursuer a favor by getting rid of some opening tokens for him. So yeah, I'm going to crit. It's not a crit. Actually, if you look at it from this angle, it's infinity. So if you really think about it, infinity feels like it should be a crit. So I don't know. I won't count it, but like I know a lot of people who would count it. I'm gonna leave that one alone. So we will get 2 break tokens because of auto break from our Naval Ram. Boom, boom. And then we'll draw our BP card, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. A muscular abdomen. Ooh, we're gonna gain 2 ambrosia. Things could be worse. Oh, I didn't pause it when I was taking a drink there. Darn. I've been so good about that. Muscular abdomen. We're gonna get red and black from our weapon. Boom, boom. Oh, I haven't even been reassigning this priority target from Herodotus. Ooh, shoot. The priority target's gonna be Anacreon / Solon because he was the first to get to 4 rage. So hey, keep an eye out for me to regret that soon. But yeah, with the Naval Ram, all right, so we get the black, we get the red, and then we're gonna get 1 more red. We're gonna have up to 3 power reroll because we don't care about the push for Ulyssia. Well, thank God we have. Oh my God, can I? I'm gonna need to reroll all 3 of them. Because even if I re-roll these 2 and I get 2 power, I mean, that's 4, that's 6. All right, so I'm using all 3 re-rolls. Okay, that's good. That's not enough. That's 3. I mean, there's a 1 in 6 chance that we can wound here. Oh, so close. We should have gained the danger at the beginning of her turn. Yeah, that's 6 total, right? Damn. Did we miss a power die by any chance? No. No, once she gets 1 more rage, we'll have an extra power die, but like, oh man, I'm real scared of the next primordial round because we're not toying. I mean, if we only lose 1 more Titan, that's lucky. Just being completely honest. Okay, well, we have a BP3 coming up. That's honestly kind of a good thing because we have Phylactera going. I don't know. Oh man, I was really counting on wounding on this one. Not for any reason in particular. Honestly, just for my own morale. All right, 2 Ambrosia. There we go. Instinct happens regardless. This will go in our BP discard pile. Let me fix those. Oh, I haven't been doing this recently. Go in there. I'm trying to think of like what I would have done differently in this fight too. Like I don't think there's anything particularly bad that we did. I'd be interested in rewatching this to see how it went. I think there was just like some things that were slightly unlucky so far. Like we victory is still completely within our reach. It's just hard going from. I always have this every time I go into a pursuer fight. It's like you have to get into the right mindset of like you're going to miss a lot of attacks unless you're super lucky. One thing about toying is that like it's not like it makes him easier to wound or harder to wound. So going between toying and not toying, like at least that part's not harder. But anyway, let's get a move on in this video. I really want to wrap this up. It's super late here. Clear the Kratos pool. We're gonna get 2 break from our naval ram. We didn't wound, so cumbersome does not exhaust our weapon. That's one nice thing about cumbersome is that at least it doesn't exhaust your weapon if you did not wound. It's a bit forgiving. And then we used, the power rerolls don't change our token output. Yeah, next up we're going with Phylactera, who has +2 precision from her tokens there. I think, okay, we'll at least do 1 opening, right? So we'd be at +3, so she'd need 5 or higher to hit. And it's greater than 50% chance of hitting. We're going for a BP3. I feel like we need a 3rd break token in here. All right, so let's clear those. Oh, sorry. Let's look at this view. Here is our current pool. 3 break, 1 opening. Go back to our main view here. And yeah, we're gonna go with Phylactera next, obviously, because she's the only one left. Activate her. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could go into the blind spot if I use Minoan Heritage. Why would I do that? To reduce the likelihood that she gets targeted. No, if she's... Yeah, I don't know. No, let's just go next to Solon. Because if she's next to Solon during the primordial round, like, unless there's a... Well, if there's a zone attack, then she can at least reflex out of it, I think. Yeah, okay. Let's just go forward 1. And then we're going to attack. Yeah, okay, so she's going to go to 2 rage. She's going to grab these 2 dice. Easy peasy. We just need, what she has, these 2 positive, so that's +2, +3, +4 from being next to Solon. So we need 4 or higher to hit. That is a 9 and a 2, so we will re-roll the 2 with a fate. Come on. Oh, shoot. Crit! And it's a BP3. Fuck yes. Alright, give me another fucking or from the pursuer. Ooh, this is not a terrible BP at all. And disable the Winged Doom trait. Well, I mean, I say that excitedly just because it's fun. I'm not in a position to actually be using that right now. But maybe we could use it. Wow, that's on a BP3? Disabling Winged Doom is on a BP3. Huh. I mean, like, by the time you get to being able to crit that, like, you're not going to see any benefit from it. Okay, wow, I never really took that into consideration. All right, so we're going to have these two. I feel it's from these two. Okay, this is what we need from you guys. We're getting that from our Pyramidian. And then we're going to get that from Phylacteria. We have 1 power reroll. We need 8. All right, let's do this one at a time. No, I'm doing this all at once. We're gonna need that power reroll, that's for sure. 2, 4, 6. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing here? Please, is there anything I'm missing? Okay, come on, come the fuck on, come on. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh shit, that is so satisfying. Oh my God, wait, was that actually in view? Because I was like in the corner. Oh my gosh, I don't think that was really in view. I swear this is what it was. I don't know if I actually got that on camera. I don't know if it was too far in the corner. I swear that is what that was. Let's do the maths real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 break. And we have 3 potential, so that's 8. All right, nice. So we crit on that BP3. That's going to disable the Winged Doom trait. So let's just put this here as a reminder. Oh, that's not really going to help us anyway, but it does get us to 8 wounds. Okay, and because we crit on the BP3, we're going to remove the lowest BP from the deck, which is going to be a BP1. Honestly, I hate that I have to actually shuffle these cards back in right now because I just honestly want to deal with another BP3. No, I think I regret saying that. I don't want to do that. I'm kind of glad I'm shuffling these cards back in. Anyway, so we're going to remove a BP1, and then we're going to add in 2 BP3s. Because we crit that, and this is 6 cards, right? Yeah, 6 cards, okay. I don't really know what I want on top, honestly, because like part of me is like, I want a BP3 so we can just try to get 1 more wound, but like we're about to go in, I don't know. All right, we're gonna stop in 3, 2, 1. It's a BP3. I'm a little disappointed by that, so I guess that's not what I wanted. AI, we're gonna remove the lowest that we have in here. Should be an AI1 somewhere. Yeah. And we're gonna add in, not the ultimate. Is the ultimate up next? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, shouldn't matter. Knock on wood. Okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop in 3, 2, 1. AI3. Shoot. 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 Okay. Let's move on here. We need to go back to Phylacteria's view. Yeah, there we go. Now we're gonna have, let's move these out of the way, move that out of the way. We're gonna have an opening token from Pyramidian. We're gonna have, oh my God. A break token Well, we're gonna, I mean, there's no way we can wound off of that. Yeah, interesting. Hmm. I'm just concerned about 2 Titans dying in this primordial round, to be honest. And if that happens, I don't know if I can win this, because I don't think I can wound a BP3 off of this with this Kratos pool. Because like those BP3s, I mean 8 is the lowest I think for a BP3. You can get 12, 11, at least 11. I think 12, I can't remember. And 8 was hard enough to hit with Phylactera. Oh, man. All right. So we're still in the BP, or I'm sorry, the second ability window. But we have nothing else to do. So let's refresh our Titans. Ooh, excuse me. Apologize for having to pause there, but I had to burp. And I didn't want to do it into the microphone. Okay. These come off, so we have no more Arrow Barrage charges. We have no more Force Kratos reaction charges. We have plenty of Pursuer. We have so much reflex. That's an interesting thing. Like, I over-prepared on reflex. I know when I did the first campaign of this, I think I more frequently brought both Analyticos modules into this. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, she doesn't have any reposition, right? Okay, so yeah, so we're ready to go into the primordial round. Oh, I'm not even showing the screen that I thought I was showing. Ambrosia stream. A jet of hot black ambrosia covers you from head to toe. And the target is priority target in range. We do have, so let's set this to Solon because he's the priority target. We do have a window of opportunity there to move away. I mean, that's only really applicable to Phylactera. So she can at least get out of there. Let's use a Pursuer Protocol charge because we're finally going to use that. Phylactera. No. Well, actually, let me think about this. Do I think Solon is going to die from this attack? Gain 3 Ambrosia tokens. Honestly, that's fine for him. Each hit deals 3 danger. That's going to be 3. Even if he gets hit by 2, that is still enough to make him draw an I mean, he would have to evade 2 of them to avoid the obel draw. Each hit deals. Place an Ambrosia pool tile in the attack zone. I'm just like debating because Phylactera has if she spends a fate, she can do this. Yeah, actually, she's going to do this. She's not going to use the charge from Pursuer Protocol. She's going to use this because doing advanced reflex with 2 spaces allows her to still be adjacent, as opposed to 1 space would make her not adjacent anymore. Okay, so now we're dealing with this with Solon. Goes over. Move and attack. Yeah, we already had him facing. We're gonna have 3 dice at 9 or higher. We don't have the dodge from Hermes Tatters. That's 1 evade. at least. That's good. Okay. And then, I mean, I don't think there's a downside right now to trying to... Oh man, and that last, was it when he was trying to win the BP2, I could have done Death Follows to get the black. I don't think I considered that. Anyway, yeah, I don't think there's a downside to trying to re-roll these to get 2 of them. Turns to face the most Titans. I could have him face whichever direction I want. Yeah, northeast or west. I would need Ulyssia to reflex 1. Who would I almost would kind of want him. Oh, actually, yeah, Ulyssia would be good to get hit. No, I mean, honestly, okay, anyway, sorry. I am looking ahead there. Yeah, no, I don't think there's a reason necessarily to not gain the fate here. He goes from 1 fate to 3 fate to reroll both of these things that were hits. 2 and a 4, so both those remain hits. So he's going to gain 3 ambrosia. Gosh, if I can get all 3 of these, it's 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 ambrosia, then each hit deals 3 danger, so we're about to take 6 danger. There's nothing that we can do to reduce that. So we're going from 4 danger to 10. We have to do an obol draw. This card was on top. I don't have any second chance. I'm just making sure there was nothing else I could have done up to this point. No. I mean, I could use my Death Follows. Ooh. Okay. He lives, at least for now. Ah, that's amazing news. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Okay. I'm gonna shuffle these. Oh gosh. And those adult beverages are catching up a little bit right now. And also just my tiredness in general. Jeez. Okay. Oh, I thought I was doing that on camera. All right, so we're gonna roll this die. 9. Boop. That's what we got on top. Dang, forgot to pause again. Okay. So yeah, he survives that. Does he get any benefit from surviving that? No. No. Ambrosia Stream. Yep, and then each it deals 3 danger. We handled that already. Place an Ambrosia Pool tile in the attack zone. Yeah, it's 2x2. It's similar to what we already have. Is he going to get an Ambrosia from that tile immediately? I don't think so. Actually, I think as long as he moves out of it on his turn, he's not subject to any Ambrosia gain. Because he's not moving through it. That sounds right. After final attack, Pursuer moves to the center of the board, then turns to face the most Titans. We do have a window of opportunity here. We need to use Pursuer Protocol to reflex 1 with Ulyssia because Pursuer is about to move here. Then he's going to turn to face the most Titans. So north, he's going to face 1 Titan. Here. North, he's going to face 1 Titan. East, he's going to face 1 Titan. South, he's going to face 1 Titan. West to 0. So now it's just a matter of who do I want him to face? Or maybe more realistically, who do I want him to kill? So let me move this AI card to the discard over here. I'm gonna grab the AI or the signature card and look at it for a minute. Um, hmm. So I don't want him looking at Solon because the Maze has 2 black. Solon's about to get the red because he's going to go to 5 rage on his next attack. And he has Death Follows, so he'll be able to get the extra black from that. So Solon is my most powerful hitter. So Solon, I'm going to have to expect is going to deal the next wound here. Then if we look around, I mean, I guess that after that doesn't really matter, other than I could try to get maybe like Ulyssia to be the setup, because she would also be at 5. There's a small chance she could get the wound off. She'd be very unlikely, but if she doesn't get it off, she's at least still getting more tokens in the pool than what we have now. Honestly, I think we need him to go after Phylacteria. Mainly because she's the lowest rage. And so even though she has the strongest weapon out of anybody right now, yeah, she's the lowest rage, so she doesn't really have that much going for her. So let's do that. So facing the most Titans, we're just going to choose to face south. And then we're going to do signature. And that's going to be closest Titan in front in range, which is there. Oh, excuse me. Closest Titan in front in range. It's going to move. And we're going to roll 4 dice. And we need 10 or higher to evade. I never use that one for evasion. 10 or higher to evade. Boom. That's 1 evasion. I mean, we're about to take... we go to 7, whatever. Honestly, I'm gonna keep my, I should probably re-roll them. Whatever, just gonna let her die. We'll at least get the armor roll. So we're about to take 6 danger. Okay, we reduced that to 4. Nope, yeah, right? Because we got 3 hits, so 3 times 2 is 6. We're reducing that to 4. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're down to 5 danger. 5 danger. Not at risk of disemboweled, but instead we have... Ooh. How do I feel about this? Heroic death. I mean, I thought she was going to die anyway, so probably good. Yeah, so you die, but you won't sell your life cheap. Immediately stand up, move up to 3 spaces, and perform a bonus attack. Then shuffle this card back into the trauma deck and die. Well, I mean, there's a very small chance you're not going to die. So I don't think we can't. This most likely will chain break Pincer Strike. Most likely, but not guaranteed. Okay, so Phylacteria is going to get an attack. Ooh, jeez. Sorry if you heard that on the microphone. I'm not used to having a beverage in that spot. So we're going to gain a rage there. We're going to use 2 dice. And we're going to have, what, +2, +3 to hit. So we hit on 5 or higher. Sorry, the absence of sound that you hear is just me just being incredibly dejected. Because crit miss with Pyramidion, which is what we have right there, is place a labyrinth tile under your Titan and then suffer knockdown. Oh, place a labyrinth tile. Which one? Which one do we place? Do we get to choose? I don't know, just do a square, I guess. Suffer knockdown. Bullshit. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Oh man, and that counts as a full miss. Oh well, then I think she's gonna end up dying there, right? So yeah. We are going to clear these 2 tokens. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, because even if you use a fate to re-roll that crit die, like it's still a crit miss. So it doesn't matter if you try to re-roll it. Yeah, because knockdown is going to interrupt the attack. Which technically means we don't interrupt the pincer strike either. I mean, she's going to die anyway, so it's not like it really matters. All right, so we're going to get a chance to roll a d10 here. On a 10, you awaken. Oh my god. This is magical. Holy shit. Oh my god. Between this battle and the last battle, the awakenings on this, I mean, honestly, this battle more so. This is amazing. We awaken. Amazing. Okay. Holy shit. So we have used our Demeter god form already. And at this point, I think we need to bring up this page. Oh man. I mean, I said I wanted to use Poseidon against the pursuer, but I think I might want to use Zeus. Let's see who's got more chance to kill. I think we're gonna go with Zeus. I mean, Zeus is one of my favorite god forms anyway, because his effect is so strong, his instant transmission effect. But the main reason I want to go with him is because we're already at the tail end of this fight. And even though Poseidon, I guess I can show both of these. Let's go to that view. Even though Poseidon and Zeus both have, they both upgrade your Titan die to a black power die. Poseidon is better defensively, where he can get rid of ambrosia and add to your evasion. But Zeus has better precision. So I'm about to get a bonus attack with Zeus. Yeah, I'm gonna use Zeus. I'm tired and I don't feel like explaining everything. Plus I feel like at this point you probably understand it all. So we're gonna go with Zeus. Wow, we've had 2 awakenings this just this story card. That's incredible. So, well now I have to go get my, you probably hear my skate wheels on my chair. My feet sometimes rub against them and it makes a loud noise. It's worse when I have my slippers on. All right, so we're bringing our god form back out, baby. Look at that. And we're actually awakening as Zeus. Yeah, get out of here, Phylactera. I mean, well, you did amazing, so thank you for everything you did. And here is fucking Zeus, you stupid moth, bug, man, bird face. Fuck. So let's see. During an awakening, what was it again? We discarded any condition cards. We don't have to worry about that. We got rid of knockdown. Stand up. We can push back. Actually, we're gonna push him back 1. We can push back up to movement. And then we're gonna perform a bonus attack. Absolutely, I'll do that. So we're going to gain a rage. And we will roll 2 dice here. We're gonna have +4. Oh, we have no Kratos tokens in the pool. So we're honestly just kind of doing this just to get Kratos tokens. Oh, I need to show Phylactera here. Boom. Welp. We need a 4 or higher. We're gonna reroll both of those. So gain 2 fate. We just need, honestly, we just need 1 to, I mean, it doesn't really even matter that much right now. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to, before I do this, I need to put the god form here. And put these tokens here. I think in the last video, I forgot to remove one of these tokens on the final turn. It didn't actually have an impact, but that was a mistake that I made. All right, so we increased our fate from 3 to 5 to reroll both of our attack dice, and we still just need a 4 or higher to hit. That's a 9 and a 7. So we do hit. So this will chain break this attack. That's gonna put this major trauma. We're gonna shuffle that, yeah, shuffle that back into the deck, right? Yeah. Okay. So both of those hit. We don't have any break tokens though. All right, so we're gonna have, from our Hermesian, we're gonna have 2 black and a red. Then from our Titan, we're gonna have the upgraded black die because of Zeus. And then that's it. Okay. And we're gonna draw our BP here. It's a BP3. Underneath of it is another BP3. And we need 9. I don't think we can even get that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we can't get that without break tokens. We're about to draw and resolve a flare card. Oh boy. Do that for fun. I mean, that's a pretty good roll. 2, 4, 6, 7. Did I miss any auto break? No, I did not. Okay. So black dice there, red die comes out. Immediately draw and resolve a flare card. That's going to be Ambrosia Burnout. Each Titan gains as many dangers they have Ambrosia tokens. So Phylactera gains 1 danger. Then Ulyssia gains, ooh, the person who gets screwed by this is Solon. Ulyssia gains 2 danger to go from 3 to 5. And then Solon gains 3 danger to go from 9 to 12. So he's gonna have to draw an Obol. And here we have our Obol cards. Flip. I mean, hopefully we don't even need him. Hopefully we can actually kill him with Zeus, but I think he's still my heaviest hitter, so that's still good. All right, so let's shuffle these. Oh gosh. Definitely feeling that adult beverage. Okay. I can't even shuffle these right now. All right, and we're gonna roll. Boom. So 6, so they're gonna stay as is. Go in there. All right, so we have resolved our flare card. This will go into the BP discard, and then we're going to go into second ability window. We're going to get an opening token from Hermesian, and then we're going to get what I guess probably just 2 break tokens. I mean, here's the question: is like, do we want to go with potentially the smart thing to do is to go with Ulyssia and like use her to build up some more tokens, but let's see, we've already I think I need to get a BP3 out again. So we're going to put 2 break tokens in there from Phyloctera's Kratos pool. And then I think we're going to end up attacking with her again in the first part of the Titan round. No, I don't think that's smart. I think if I do that, like I think there might be only 2 BP3s with an AT of 8. It's unlikely that the other one on top has an AT of 8. And even though like Phyloctera is going to have a ton, like if on a full hit, she would have 3 black dice, 2 red dice, which is great. But, and what, 2 power reroll? Yeah. But like hitting an 11 or a 12 or something like that, 10, 11, 12, with only 2 break is tough. Whereas Ulyssia, maybe we use her to get more break tokens in the pool. If she's unable, or like, if we go with Ulyssia and assume we fail, and the next card is not a BP3, then we could go with Solon and then Phyloctera. So I think we need to go with Ulyssia next. Part of me is like regretting this as I'm saying it, but I do think that's a smarter play. So yeah, at the beginning of the Titan round, okay, Pursuer Protocol, that charge that becomes readied. Then we're gonna go with Ulyssia first. It's gonna be activated. She is in the blind spot too, which is nice. Oh, actually, well, if that's the case, then maybe do I say that instead of getting 2 break, I got an opening and a break? Yeah, let's do that. Because she's going to get auto break too. And I need to not, well, I mean, there's an argument to say that I should actually just do opening 3, but I'll just keep this. She's going to have +3 total. Yeah, +3 total. Oh man, no. Do I get another opening token in here? No, I'm good. I'm good. We're gonna use this die. So Ulyssia is going, she's going to attack, she's gonna go to Rage 5. And we need a 5 or higher to hit. That just barely hits. Okay, we'll take that. I'm not gonna crit chase right now. We're gonna get, do I have any, I do have auto break too, yeah. Do I have any other auto tokens? I don't think so. Boom. Oh god, 11. Can I even wound with this? Let's see, I'm gonna have 1 black from the weapon, a red from the weapon, a red from the Titan, a red from the Kratos pool, and we have +1 bonus power from the weapon as well because we're at 5 or higher danger. So effectively we need to get 10 on the dice. Absolutely keep that. And we have what, power reroll 3? Yeah. Power reroll 3. I'm gonna reroll all 3 of these. I don't even think I can actually. There's a very low chance I can move this. I think very low. That's not enough. Oop, that was. I promise that was like that. That's what 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough. 8 total. We needed 11. That did not. We're gonna draw an obol. Here are our obol cards. Oh my god. That's nice. That's very nice. It's honestly not even that good because I'm not even saving okay, I'm not gonna get cocky because I feel like at this point I would have been okay with losing what's it called? Dreamwalker Titans. I just didn't want to be losing what's it called? Like important Titans, but I didn't bring any of them with me, so like alright, so we gotta roll a die here, 6, so we're not gonna shift any of these around. Go back. Alright. How did these get all switched around? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I can't wait to end this fight. That goes into discard. We still have a BP3 on top. Switch to that real quick. Nope, sorry, this was Ulysses that was going. Oh. Excuse me. We're gonna need break 2 from the naval ram. Then we're gonna need 2 other tokens that we can pick. I mean, at least 1 more break. Do I just go 4 break? Because if I go next with Phylactera, because it's the BP3, she has +4 already from one, 2, 3. Yeah, we're gonna go 4 break, and then we're gonna really set this up for her to succeed. Okay, so Fisher finished her attack, but she still has movement. We're gonna go 1, 2 here. Then we will. Sorry, I'm just checking to see some of the other stuff there. Okay. Then we're gonna go with Solon, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Oh, I didn't even show Solon. Whatever. He did a quick turn. Then we're gonna go with Phylactera / Zeus, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because he actually has 7 movement total, because it's base movement +2. Then we're gonna attack from the rear. And we have +2 from our tokens here. We have +2 from Zeus. That's +4. We have +1 from being in the blind spot. We have +1 from being next to Solon. So that's +6 total. So we need 2 or higher to hit. So the only thing that misses is a crit miss. And we're going to crit. So it doesn't really matter. Crit? Not quite. I'm not going to crit chase. I really debated it. I thought about rerolling that. I'm not even gonna do a fake reroll just to see what it was, because like if it was gonna be a crit, I don't want to know. So we're gonna get from our weapon, we're gonna get 2 black, 1 red. We're gonna get 1 black from Zeus. We're gonna get 1 red from our. Oh, I didn't up the rage, and let's do this. All right, yep, let's show the BP3. 8, that's doable. That's very doable. All right, let's do it. Oop, moving this around. And we have how many power rerolls? Just 2. Oh, I'm feeling good about that. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we haven't even counted for our potentials. We have 3 potentials. We have 4 break. So we have 10 total. That wounds, baby. That's a double wound. We go to 10 and we kill the pursuer. Boom. Granted, it's not the kill. Oh, actually, but I think there's text for this. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Okay, let's read this really quickly and we'll do our resources. Oh, that was so stressful. I feel like just the fact that it was like, I put the pressure on in the beginning to be like, no, we need to kill him because we have the wise providence boon. And that did help a lot. This was a lot closer than I would have liked it to be. Okay. That was thrilling. Whew. Let's see. Victory. What am I reading here? Okay, yeah. If you decide to continue, when this happens, proceed to victory, killed the pursuer. All right, killed the pursuer. The primordial falls to the ground, its grotesque body still twitching. Cheers erupt all over the ship. You've dreamed of this day since you heard about the fate of the first Argonauts. But it's not over. Black Blood Cryptex. If E1 is marked and you have 15 or more Argo knowledge, go to Inwards Odyssey 19 Black Blood Cryptex. I don't think we meet that condition. Choice matrix. Why is this not working? Supposed to hold option and then. Okay, well, E1 is not. Okay, now why is that? This is so janky. Maybe I have to restart scribe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, E1 is not marked. So we don't meet that condition. Deceitful tear or tier. Gain 1 Sisyphus tier. Only the first time you win. Okay. Okay. Lucid Dream. Add a Dream of Pharos event to the timeline 2 days from now. Okay. Add that on day 46. Dream of Pharos. Ship of Secrets. Gain 1 Argo knowledge. Only the first time you win. Let's see. Go to 16. I'll write a reminder for myself to do this. Argo knowledge. This is an offline note. I don't want to add it to the timeline because it's not something we're doing during this story step. We should do it immediately after this. Then. Oh, let me go back to scribe. Okay. No more games. From this point on, during pursuer battles in the current cycle, ignore victory conditions T's and use victory conditions no more games instead. Disable the toying trait. Put a mark by the pursuer battle track to note this. Yep, so here we go. We are no longer toying with the pursuer anymore. Yeah. That's gonna stink. Put a mark by the pursuer battle. Note this. Proceed to rewards and penalties. Then the story continues. See number 201 in the cycle 1 main story section. Okay, so let's do. I'll save the story part for the next video. But let's do a quick tally on our resources here. And then one of the things I feel like I've noticed from doing these fights, I didn't crit on this, but I'm going to use this as the BP3 that I would replace the double wound with. Oh, I'm not even showing the right screen. There we go. Let's put that back. But one of the things I've noticed from the last couple of fights is that I kind of rush out of the battles just because I end up like they end up taking a while, or I just have done them at kind of like weird points in my day, and so I end up having to rush out of them, and I want to take some time to reflect on it a little bit and maybe think a bit about what we could have done differently. But let's see. So we have our, go to our resources tab here under cargo, and then we have only 2 types of resources for the pursuer. We have grotesque beak and we have powdered matter. So grotesque beak, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 of those. 2, 3, 1. Then for the grotesque, oh no, I'm sorry. Powdered matter, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 powdered matter. Okay. And then we did crit on a pursuer core. We get a pursuer core. Imagine I was just like, oh yeah, we crit on like 5 of those. I would love that. Just being able to stockpile cores is such a nice feeling. Okay. So yeah, this fight overall, first of all, oh my gosh, I'm so tired right now. I think it went okay. We got some, we ended up getting really lucky with obol draws. I don't know how much they really ended up. Some of the earlier you live obols helped us a lot. Some of the later ones weren't really that impactful. I'm trying to think about what would I have done differently in terms of my strategy. I think in terms of weapons going into it, having weapons with either more precision or more tokens, because like the naval ram was great because it has that auto break 2 and break 2, so that was such a nice weapon to be like, okay, well, if I have like, you know, 1 or 2 precision and then I can get into the rear space, like I don't even care about wounding at this point. I mean, I always care about wounding, but if you don't wound, then at least like you're getting break 2, but you're also with auto break 2, like that's incredible. That's so good. So I would want to revisit what weapons I could have crafted going into this. I also just don't think I have great other weapons to craft right now. I'm trying to think, like having a ranged weapon would be really good. I don't remember. I'm also trying to think about like how I approach this in the Menestus Theater. But honestly, that's not even like fair to think about the Menestus Theater because you end up getting access to so much different equipment to be able to face the higher levels. Yeah, no, I mean, I think more tokens is just really helpful. Having weapons that don't provide tokens is pretty harsh. Um, yeah, like even the maze mace, like the maze. This is a weird point for the maze mace because early on in the cycle, like I got the maze mace fairly early on with him, because I think what was it, the ambush battle that you have to do if you get the right exploration card, the Hecka Trap exploration card. I think that's when I got the maze mace. So I got it pretty early on, and super early on, it's amazing because you have 2 black dice. You don't really care as much about the tokens, even against the timeline battles right now. Like the maze mace is still really good, but this is a weird point in the cycle, I think, where the trait of maze mace being able to ignore wound responses is always going to be good, and it's hard to not take it into a fight because of that. But the fact that it has no positive precision, it doesn't leave any tokens, that is a hard pill to swallow. In terms of other gear I could have brought, maybe multiple Analyticos modules, because even just being able to drop 1 or 2 extra Kratos tokens is really nice, and it's kind of one of those pieces of expendable equipment too. Like I just didn't end up using the reflex and the stand up abilities as much, and I don't know if that was just luck, or if I were to do this battle, 5-6 times, did I over prepare with reflex and stand up? Probably. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was. I'd have to rewatch the video to see if there's anything that I think was like substantially wrong. I think we just had like bad luck in some areas and good luck in some areas, as opposed to something like the last Labyrinthoros fight where I just got overly aggressive and like even acknowledged that and was like, whatever, we're just gonna see how this works out. And like we saw how it worked out. Being able to crit on the Winged Doom, I mean, I think that was the first time I've ever done that, and disable the Winged Doom trait. Like that can be huge, but we didn't do that until towards the end of the fight, and by that point, like we just needed to blitz and get another wound. So I don't know. I think it would make the fight more interesting if there was a chance of like maybe putting that crit on a BP1 is too strong. I don't even think it is though. I don't think it is. I think putting it on a BP3 is kind of a waste. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, we won. We lost what? We lost 1 Titan. We got another awakening on camera. That's amazing. We got a Pursuer core. That's amazing. So overall, I think like the net result of this fight is extremely positive. But yeah, after I watch the video tomorrow, I'll kind of see like, was there something about our strategy that was wrong? Also, oh, excuse me. Did my sleepiness affect me at all? Did the beverages affect me at all? Probably. We'll see. But it was a fun fight. Stressful as an Aeon Trespass fight should be. So I'll end the video there. We're pretty far into it. But yeah, thank you for joining me. This is a great battle. I'm excited for us to get our ass kicked in future Pursuer battles. Like I'm sure there's going to be at least 2 fights where we're just like, yeah, Pursuer, just take your 4 Titans and kill them and run along. But hey, we had to get this step at some point in order for us to meet our goal of doing a permanent Pursuer kill in cycle 1. So yeah, 1 step closer to our goal. So I will see you all in the next video. Take care.